welcome to the feed of LBFF in English. Here on my side we have the wonderful Isa 13 and we are going to have this wonderful day, okay?
Yes, and I am so happy to be here to start off the second week of the LBFF starring groups A and C. And we are going to have a lot to see today because these groups are on fire and we're going to see a lot of competition for the leadership and it's going to be great.
Exactly. So today we're going to see the actual chart and the teams that are getting started and they are on fire. As we have to see, like Fluxo is a team that is on the first place of the chart, yes. And we have Cias that are improving himself as the days go and is on fire too.
Yes, and we also have playing today Vivo Cage that is competing directly for the leadership with Fluxo, and we are going to see maybe someone catching up to see us in the MVP, which we know he is very good at, but we will see that later. And now I'm going to have a lot of expectations. I'm going to make my expectations for this first match because I am very anxious for today.
Yes, me too. I'm very anxious. And we are going to have this third week, which will be a lot on our place. So stay tuned and also follow us on our social medias, FF Esports BR. Okay, so let's go to see the chart, the actual chart.
And the standings are going to be very interesting today because we are going to only see A and C, right?
Yes, so let's go to see the group of the day. We have A and C. So we have B4, Cruzeiro, Netshoes Miners, Nitrox, Team Liquid, Vivo Cade, Corinthians, Liberty, Los Grandes, Magic Squad, Metagaming, and Tropa.
Yes, and I am thinking that Group C is a little bit under the chart in comparison to Group A, and we are going to see today if they are going to be able to stand out in this confrontation because we know that the teams have different strategies for different confrontations, and they do things differently, and of course their performance is different, their punctuation is different according to the confrontation, and this confrontation is going to be very good to see because we are going to see if Group A does well because we know that Group A has been a little bit outmatched by Group B and Group C as well.
Yes, that's true. And also we have Magic Squad, which they are having a really good initiation here in LBFF. They are very good in Purgatory, which is our first map.
Yes.
So we stay tuned to see it. And also we have Vivo Cage, as Isa said. They are also improving themselves as the days come, and they reached their first record, has 99 points in LBFF. So yes, they are also on fire. Is a team that we have to stay tuned and watch the days come.
Yes, Vivo Cage is one of the highlights of today, but
Yes.
I am very eager to see some teams that are a little bit in the bottom of the standings because there are a couple of teams who have had a rough start, and they are teams that we have known to be very good and very competitive. Like, for example, Team Liquid and Los Grandes, they didn't get off to such a good start, but we will be seeing them playing today, and we want to see them really evolving their game and making their way into the top of the standings, as well as other teams. And I am so excited to see that.
Yes, me too. And also we have to speak about Liberty, which is a team that came up from LBFF B, right? Series B, and they are here now, and they had a good start, right? They are improving themselves. So let's see the kill leaders. Yes, we have so we have the feed of the kill leaders. We have Cias with 32 kills. We have Ousado with 24 kills, and we have Iago with 19 kills. Vichin XP with 19 kills, and that got with 18 kills. And all of that in only 12, yes, in only 12 matches. So
Yes, and Cias and Osado are completely dominating the MVP as we have seen right now, but they are from the Group B and they will not be playing today, so this is the time for Iago, Dead God, and the other players to reach up in the MVP and really go on and get that leveled place because Cias is very much on the top by a good difference.
yes, that's true. So now let's see the classification. So yeah, we have the standings of the classification. We have on the second place Vivo Cage with 140 points. They had 2 booyahs, so yes, is a very high team. We have also in the fifth place we have B4 with 121. We have Corinthians with 117. They had only 1 booyah. We have Magic Squad with 116, and also with 1 booyah we have Nitrox Sports with 108, and 1 booyah we have Los Grandes with 91, and they had 2 booyahs, so it's a team that they are not playing with a lot of aggressive, right?
Yes, yes, that's right. They are a little bit low on kills, but we have a middle of the chart very well leveled, and these are the are the total of the points that these teams did last week in all of the days, and we are seeing that Vivo Cage has only a little bit of a difference for Fluxo. It's only 4 points in the difference, so they can outdo it in one single match, and it might be very good for them if they can establish the leadership, as we saw in the fifth season of the LBFF, but we are seeing as well that Netshoes Miners, Liberty, and Tropa and Team Liquid have a little bit of a bad performance up until this point, especially Netshoes Miners, that is right with Real in the relegation zone. But we are hoping to see a different performance from all teams today and seeing those standings really being mixed up.
Yes, that's true. So now that we had seen the standings, let's see our VT with Sales from Netshoes. Oh, with Sales from Nitrox. So correcting it.
Salve rapaziada, eu sou o Sá, jogador da Nitrox. Faço uma avaliação boa, até porque é um time que não tem poucos dias de treino. A gente tem muito para evoluir e foi uma semana muito boa. Poderia ter sido melhor, mas acontece, errinhos básicos e dá para um entrosamento melhor, não errar mais. Eu creio que o novo meta dá meio que uma reguladinha assim, até por causa que as arminhas deram um pouco da nerfada. SMG, então tá um jogo meio que colado. Granada tirou um pouco o dano.
Mais uma granada batendo, o Mike caiu. Água de cai em terceiro lugar. A equipe só tem MTS de pé. Vai ficando sozinho!
Como eu sempre disse para os meninos, da minha parte de CPT, eu nunca vou pensar tanto em kill. Vou sempre jogar pelo time, focar no passo depois no time. Se o MVP vir, vai ser consequência e é sempre bom estar se destacando e matando. Fica ligado que a Nitrox está amassando, acompanha nós. Agradecer minha família e a geral que está me acompanhando. E é isso. Amo vocês, um beijo, minha vida. E é nóis.
Wow.
So yes, now we have seen Sales from Nitrox. He is a very, I think Nitrox is a very higher team. They're improving themselves as the day comes by, and also they have Prozin that is a very good player.
Yes, the entrance of Prozin was very important for Nitrox, and it is such a good team, and they have shown it in the first day they played. They have shown that aggressiveness, and it was very nice to see them play, even though in the second day they didn't have such a good performance. Nitrox is still a very strong team, and they are high on kills, and also Nitrox is the best team in Kalahari, so maybe we will pay some attention to them, and we will see them standing out today, because in this confrontation they went very well last week.
Yes, that's true. And also, Prozin is a really aggressive player, as we have seen when he was back in B4. So let's stay tuned about it. And also, we were going to have the sequence of the maps. So let's go see it. So as you seen, we have Purgatory has our first map, we have Kalahari and then Bermuda. And back to Purgatory and then Kalahari, and the final map will be Bermuda, which is a very classic map. So I'm very interested to see how the players will going to performance on Bermuda.
Yes, and this is the sequence of maps that we are all used to in this first match of Purgatory, as we are going to talk a little bit about our expectations for this match, and I'm sure that you guys have a lot of them too. We are going to maybe see Nitrox and Meta getting involved in a drop call fight again, because last week in the matches of Purgatory, Nitrox and Meta were falling together in the region of Skillage, and we might see that again today or not. Maybe one of the teams will choose to retreat, but we will have that first fight being expected. And also we have a lot of expectations for other teams that did very well on the map last week. We have before doing very well in Purgatory always, and some other teams as well. But for this first match, what I would like to see is the attitude that the teams bring into the second week, because we know that the first week is a little bit of a testing, a little bit of pressure, and in the second week they are a little more, they have understood a little bit more about how the game will be this season. So we are going to have some teams making their adaptance to this season better, and some teams doing it not so good, and that will reflect on our standings.
Yes, exactly. And as Isa said, they probably will bring to this week some new tactics. So that's I'm very excited to see if they're going to bring something up, something new up, which will be very important to this second weekend. So let's stay tuned about it. And coming up in a little bit, we're going to have our first match. So that will be very interesting, and I'm very curious to see also Magic Squad, which is a team that is very smart about the rotations. That, and then we see that Looking as a coach is doing a great job. They are improving himself, and we have got Q on their team, which is a very important player to them. And also we have Bobs that has performance as first liner. Now he is performing as captain, so that's new too.
Yes, and Bob's, besides being the captain of the team, he's also the MVP of Magic Squad with 15 kills in the last week. So Bob's is also on the run for MVP, as we are for a lot of players, because we have just started the championship. So the MVP is very crowded and may change a lot. But as Salada said that she is curious to see Magic Squad, I am so very curious to see the performance of Team Liquid today, because Team Liquid is a team that we know to be very, very strong and very experienced in the LBFF. And in the past week, they didn't perform so well. They weren't able to show their aggressiveness. And I am hoping to see a different Team Liquid today, like we saw in the past seasons.
So yes, exactly. And also they are coming back to the LBFF A, right? And it's very important to see how they're going to perform. But there's no time. It's good that they are trying new things, but I don't think that they should do a lot of wrong things, wrong rotations, or try a lot of new things, because that might get them in a bad place.
Yes, that is an interesting point, because we see that teams are usually more upfront about testing their rotation, their drop calls, their positions in the beginning of the classification part of our championship, because we know that when we reach close to the finals, those spots, those 12 spots that guarantee you in the finals, are very important. So we don't see it so much in the finals, but we are so excited to see how they will do right now.
So let's see it right now, because we have our first match in on the screen right now, so let's stay tuned about it. We have Purgatorio, and is going to be on fire. Whoa, look at the airplane right now.
Yes, it is crossing straight through the east of the map, which is going to be very hard for but for Vivo Cage that gets onto Forge. It's going to be very hard also for Nitrox or Meta, who usually go to ski, and for Netshoes Miners that is already heading towards the negative end of the south island in the map, and they're probably going to have to make a big rotation, and look at that.
So yeah, we already have our first confrontation. It's Netshoes Miners and Liberty. So they are trying to get their first weapons, but it's very hard. Oh no, we have Tropa, and Moreira is already with his gun. He's probably, hunting the players to get the kills, and it's very important to initiate this with a lot of kills, because, the points, and it's important. So we see that they are going up to Liberty. They are really hungry for kills.
Yes, and Liberty, that is a team that usually drop calls at Fire Brigade. They did end up in Central because of this very bad airplane route that we love to see here in our broadcast. But Tropa is seemingly not going to let them down, and maybe Netshoes Miners will be able to get them from the back and make a third team out of this fight.
Exactly, so now we have seen Killed. He is known as, the king of the grenades. He's really good at it, but look at Italo. He's already had his first kill. Moreira is having a really hard time right now. Oh, look at Pato. He got his first kill. Liberty initiates very well right now. And Bueno already had his first kill too. And Nitrox, so Prozing is back to the lobby.
Yes, and Magic Squad and Nitrox also probably on a confrontation resulted by this airplane route. We have an airplane route today in this first match that really caused a lot of trouble to the teams, and if I'm not wrong, there's only one player of Nitrox left. Magic Squad already guaranteeing 3 kills, and maybe we will see Liberty heading off and being able to take down Tropa in their own call.
Exactly. So, yeah, talking about the airplane route, I just called the pilots just so we initiate with a lot of trouble. So, yes, now we have seen Pato. He's, searching for his weapons. He's still, looking at this ground. And they're just going to be looking at each other right now, because we have only 3 minutes of the match. At the first match, we have still 45 players and 12 team with us, and Tropa initiates with a lot of hard time.
Yes, but if Tropa finds a couple of coins, they are going to be able to buy off Moreira. And look at that. I think that is exactly what is happening. Yes, they saved Moreira and will bring him back to the game just in time for this confrontation, because Liberty chose not to make their rush right now, even though they had a numerical advantage. And Tropa is able to save Moreira, that is going to fall with his only one Glock.
So yes, Moreira is back to the match, and let's see what he's going to bring to Tropa right now. We see Killed. He has an XM8 in his hand. He's just watching, and now we see Mandela just watching and passing the call to his team. This confrontation, I think, is going to take a lot of time, because the teams are just watching each other. They're not going to, they are not aggressive and that's going to take a lot of time. And now look at Brazil. He's suffering a lot. Look, GotQ doesn't want him to go back to the match.
What is this?
Yeah, so GotQ is very smart right now. Prozing already got a headshot. He needs to be very careful. Now he has not a lot of life, and he's back with Nitrox back in Ski Lodge.
And Prozing got out just by a thread of a life, and Nitrox is going to be in a lot of trouble right now because Romeo is alone as well.
Exactly, now we see Bops. He's just waiting to the right time to take the grenade. Great grenade, but Nitrox is very smart as well. They already got his CR7. And look at Bueno. He got a headshot too. Now he's saving GotQ. GotQ is back to the match. Bueno already got his kill. So now he's just saving God kill and all. Everything is okay for Magic Squad, but Nitrox is really having a hard time.
Yes, and Nitrox will probably make their escape out of Skill Lodge because they are in no place, in no conditions of keeping up with this confrontation, especially because they don't have a lot of loot. But Vivo Cage, it might spot them in this very, very dangerous position. And we saw that Magic Squad really went after those kills. They didn't want to let go, and it went well for them.
Exactly. Now we have our partner Santander, so stay tuned about it. If you want to know more, just access. And also we see VK, which is Vivo Cage. They are just watching, getting their loot, getting more weapons. And we see Nando9, which is a very, very good player. He has a support weapon with him, which is the Barret. And we are just watching it. Also, we have Modestia, which is a really, really good player. And we see Vivo Cage improving themselves as the matches come.
Yes, and Modestia, that is a player that is competing for the MVP. He's using his Kamir. He's a very known and recognizable rush player, and he's using Kamir as an active skill, which is very interesting to see because we usually see more of Chrono and Skylar being used here in the A series, but as well as we are seeing the another players using maybe Wukong or maybe even Kamir, like we saw Modestia. And
Yeah.
this mix of this combo of characters is usually very, very interesting to see in the match.
Yes, and also we have Salis there that he's using Skylar, which is a very, very good combo to be using with Moko. So, we see Prozin that has 187 of his life. He's back to the match, but they lost Romeo.
Yes, but they still have the opportunity to save Romeo, and it was very a studied play of Nitrox because even though they went straight to Forge, they still were able to catch up to the rotation time of Vivo Cage and get there when Vivo Cage was already going off. Maybe they will get some kind of rest of a loot, maybe they will get some coins and be able to save the final one of their teammates. And Nitrox is still in the match, most importantly, even though they are in a very bad situation.
Exactly. Now we see Corinthians that they are getting in Brasilia down. We see Mengad, he's just watching it, seeing if there is or not a team here, and Los Grandes is in a very higher position. They are using the high ground, which will be very good. But now we have Zenak that used their resources to see if there is or not someone in this area.
Yes, very good use of the drone by Zanaki, and Corinthians seems to be wanting to get out of that position. Maybe they have a predict of a safe zone. And look at that, we have Tropa and Liberty still in that confrontation after 8 minutes of the match, and they still haven't gotten out of it. And we have 4 players alive by both teams, and this is going to be very bad for both of them if they don't get out of there soon.
Exactly. Now we see our first match really, really slow. Now we see that they are not going to a lot of confrontations, and the initial confrontations that we had, the teams already saved their partners, so it's going to be a very slow match. We see Moreira just watching it. He has an AC-80 on his hand, which is a very powerful weapon.
Yes, at one time or at another, we are going to have to see one of those teams making an aggressive move for the rush, and we have Spill already getting his motorcycle. Maybe he's going to flank the other players with that position, but we really need to see them act because we are getting close to 10 minutes in the match, and they need to end up this confrontation if they want to get to the next safe zone.
Exactly. Now we see Mandela. He's recovering his life, and they are going away from Fire Bridge, which is a very good call because this confrontation that Tropa was initiating with Liberty already took a long time. So they need to rotate. They need to be smart. And look at Nitrox already saved Romeo right now.
Yes, we have 48 players alive right now, even though we have had a couple of eliminations, a couple of kills, and we know that the revival is a resource that is making all the difference in the LBFF. And look at Romeo falling right next to Vivo Cage. He might be in trouble and not even know about it.
Exactly. He only has one weapon on his hand, which is not a powerful one, and he's going right to Vivo Cage. So he needs to be smart. Now he has a SKS on his hand. He's just watching it. He's very careful, but he needs to be more careful if he wants to be alive.
Yes, and if he gets spotted, he will very likely be rushed by Vivo Cage that is holding off in a border of the safe zone, which is a game that we don't usually see from them, so it is interesting. But now General and Dead God are going with their car towards a better position, and we are going to see soon, because Netshoes Miners is just under them, and maybe we're going to have some kind of confrontation.
Exactly, so now we have General, he's just watching it, going towards the drop to see if there is something good or not from it. And we see Netshoes Miners just whoa, what happened there? Viting XP was killed, but we don't know how it happened. And now we have Team Liquid going right to Tropa. What is happening here? Phoenix, he has an amp on his hand. He's waiting to the right time to rush on them. And look at MTS. He already got a gun on his hand. He has a very powerful one, but he needs to act on it right now if he wants to stay alive. Phoenix, he's using a Car 98 on his hand and trying to shoot the players right now, which is very hard. Looks like Team Liquid is having a really hard time. Look at Kill It. He's using a charge extra on his hand. He's using it very good. Mandela is also on the floor. He's having a really hard time, and now we see Spill trying to stay alive, using his resources to be up on the play, and But is back on the lobby. Now we have only Pedro RS on the match, and Kill It already made a gun. Oh no, Moreira again! He suffered from Pedro RS, and Spill goes right to it. What a great confrontation, Isa!
Yes, but a rough start for Team Liquid, and Tropa will probably be able to save their players. Right now, they have a lot of loot around them, and they might be able to get to the safe zone if Moreira just only stops falling. But we have a lot of teams well positioned. Vivo Cage, Netshoes Miners, very well positioned up until now. Liberty, that is a team that we also saw struggling from this airplane route, is right now very much on the border of the safe zone, and they might be able to get in the safe zone in their left side. But we are seeing a new confrontation on the screen.
Exactly, now we see Cruzeiro against Magic Squad. We see Rush using the Chronos very well. And look at Bobs. He made a grenade, not very well one. And now we see Trappy just waiting to the right time, just waiting to the pixel to shoot his enemy. And now we see Bobs again with his grenade. And Giga also waiting to it. He's a support player, so he's just waiting to the right time to take a shot. And also Bobs again with the grenades. Let's see it. Oh no, Bobs needs to be smart about it, because if he's not smart about it, he's going to go right back to the lobby.
Yes, and we have two teams that are we have actually three teams that are struggling to get to the safe zone, that are Magic Squad, Metagaming, and Cruzeiro, and it's going to be very interesting to see how they get to the safe zone, because Godkill is already on the ground.
Yes, we have seen Meta. They are just waiting, right? And now Godkill is back to the lobby. Probably Magic Squad is going to try to save him. Yes, is going to try to save him. And now we see Netshoes Miners. Look at Broilo right now. And now we see Modestia. He's acting up against Netshoes Miners. And Nitrox right now is suffering very much. They only have Prozing, and Prozing is with a little bit of life. Now we see Gus with the rain of grenades. Look at him. Pato, he's suffering. He needs to be smart. He made just a nice glue to use as protection. Now we see Gus with a lot of grenades. Look at Fonzing, really good at support. Now we see Ricky. Ricky's just waiting to the right moment. No! Before back to the lobby. 15 minutes of the match, and now we have a lot of confrontations. Natividade headshot. Headshot against Pato. Now we're using very good the Skyler. And Broilo is suffering. He's on the floor. He needs to be recovered. But Vivo Cage is going against Netshoes Miners and Liberty, which they are already on the confrontation, so Vivo Cage is acting very smart.
Yes, and look at how many confrontations we are having up until this point. And we also have, oh, Drizzy just knocked down himself.
No, I can't believe it. That kind of mistakes can't happen. Now we see General making a rain of grenades against Netshoes Miners. Peusada is very smart, making the first leader, the first line, I mean. And now we see General using his ice wall, just waiting to the right moment. He's making a recovery, and they need to be very smart about it. That got very good. General was smart about it. Just got another kill. He's going against Peusada. Peusada, very good. Got the kill, but now eliminated.
Yes, and we see Vivo Cage, that is the second leader of our standings. They're doing very well this match. They are already in the 5th place with 6 kills, which sums up to a good punctuation, but that's it. They were on the ground. I think I have kind of given them bad luck, but okay. And we still have 4 teams in the map, 14 players. Magic Squad has the better possession, but we will see what happens. We have Corinthians still alive, which is a team that we are seeing very good performance of.
Exactly, now we see MVR, he's acting on it. He's trying to get a pixel against Italo. Italo is suffering. He needs to recover very fast. And they are going to rotate if they want to stay alive. So Magic Squad is not in a very good position, is it?
Yes, Corinthians making their advance right now, but Mengod is already on the ground, and we have Mengod playing for the first time in the Corinthians team. I didn't notice that before, but we have them, and Magic Squad with almost 10 kills already. Look at the punctuation that we'll have in this match.
So now Magic Squad has a good position. They are not letting the players enter in the safe zone. Cebolinha is suffering a lot, and Bueno got the kill. Now look at Trappin. No! A lot of kills with his rain of grenades. Very good player, very smart. And now we've seen that he's doing the recovery. It's Netshoes, it's Cruzeiro against Magic Squad. They need to act on it. And now we see a rain of grenade from Boppis. Trap 2 tries to get their grenade against it. And Bops is really suffering. He needs to be smart. No! Trap again! What a really good player! Booyah! Cruzeiro! Incredible!
A lot of kills for Trap. Cruzeiro's Trap was the highlight of this match. We saw them with his grenades, and Trepe, that is one of the players that got up from the B series. He was one of the runner-ups for the MVP in the B series of the LBFF, but we also have to stand out how well Magic Squad did in this match. Magic Squad that had, I don't know, I think 10 eliminations, and they're going to have a lot of punctuation. We also have had Corinthians doing well in this match, but unfortunately, on the other hand, we had Team Liquid and Metagaming falling on the very bottom of the standings of the match, which we will see soon to see how well these teams have punctuated in this first map of Purgatory.
Exactly. So we have seen a very, very aggressive match, which on the first hand, it was very slow. The teams was just looking at each other, observing if they were going to advance or not. But in the final game, we have seen a lot of rushes. So let's see the best moments of the matches.
We first start with this very interesting confrontation between Team Liquid and tThe. Team Liquid that were making their usual late rotation with their cars, and they just ran into tThe. They decided to make the rush, but it didn't go well for them. And look at that, Netshoes Miners getting very engaged into a lot of fights, and Vivo Cage getting the best out of those fights. They were able to get a lot of eliminations.
Yes, exactly. Now we see that Netshoes Miners, they started very well. They were very aggressive on the team, and then we see tThe making a very big mistake, which is hard to see here in LBFF. And then we see General going against Pesada. Pesada got the best of it, and then we see Vivo Cage trying to get on the safe zone, but they had a really hard time getting into it. And Trap got 5 kills, was the best player of the first match, and we see Corinthians with 7 points and the rest of it. So it was a very interesting first match.
Yes, and we see B4 and Team Liquid that are two very strong teams on the very bottom of the punctuation of this match. And we also saw Magic Squad being the leader in points, even though they weren't the receivers of the Booyah. And this was very good to see. We have had a very good match, especially because of the airplane route that has made a lot of confrontations happen in this match. And we love to see that always. This kind of desperate fights that the teams have to get engaged in, because the airplane route really didn't favor anyone.
Yes, I'm going to call again the pilot and ask for it. So yeah, and so now let's see the general standards.
Oh, that's very interesting. We have Vivo Cage ultra-passing the Fluxo team by, if I'm not wrong, 8 points, right? My math is right, okay.
Yeah.
They are in the first position of the standings right now, but if they want to get that difference out of Fluxo, they really need to do very well today. Magic Squad in the 3rd place, they have already past God Unidas, past Corinthians, and they are now in the top 3 of our standings. And look at that, Netshoes Miners, Liberty, and Team Liquid still in the bottom 3. And we have a very leveled middle of the standings, right, Acelada?
Right, and we have seen that Magic Squad really improved themselves. So before we have seen that they were on the 7th place, and now they are on the 3rd place. So it's really good for them. And now we are going on a short break. So stay tuned. So now we are back, and we are going to say our expectations for the next match.
Yes, and this next match will be in the Kalahari map that we all love, and we are hoping to see Nitrox standing out because, as I said in the beginning of the broadcast, Nitrox is the best team of all teams in Kalahari up until this point in the championship. So let's keep an eye on them because they had a very rough start in Purgatory, and we might see them getting up in their game, really heating up and making their game last, because right now we are going to have a Kalahari and we are going to see if Magic Squad, Vivo KG are able to keep up with their good performance and maybe catch up to the leader.
Exactly, and Kalahari is a small map comparing to the other two maps that we have, and it's a very good map to the supports of the team. So let's stay tuned about it. It's still and two is a map that has a lot of high grounds on it, so the players will use it very well. And also we have Vivo Cage, that is the second team. The second best team in Kalahari, and we have Corinthians, that is the third best team in Kalahari. So I'm very excited to this next match, Isa.
Yes, and we have our first Booyah from Cruzeiro. We all want to know what you guys are expecting. Which one do you think is going to be our next team to get the Booyah? And we are going to see that in Kalahari. We are expecting no drop call fights, but maybe we're going to have that very difficult airplane route again that is not going to favor anyone and force this kind of confrontation. And that is going to be very cool to see.
Yes, I'm very excited to see it if the airplane route will be the same, and I really hope so. I really hope so, because it makes the match much more interesting to watch it, and I know that you guys love to watch a good confrontation, so stay tuned about it. And in a few minutes we are going to have the second match, and I'm very, very excited about it.
Yes. And we also need to keep an eye on Iago, that got a lot of players that did very well in the MVP and are having to make their game to try to catch up to Cias, because Cias is having a big difference. Cias and Ousado actually are having a big difference of punctuation in kills from the other players, and it is going to be hard to pass them, but let's keep an eye on the MVPs today to see if that's going to change.
So let's go to our second match, Kalahari.
Yes, welcome to Kalahari, and we are going to see right now all teams falling in this very comfortable airplane route. We have a very centralized, a very favorable airplane route, very differently from the last match, and we are going to see all teams falling in their standard drop calls. We have Corinthians with the blue zone in the command post, Tropa in the submarine. We are going to see Magic Squad going towards the Mammoth area, and all teams are dividing towards the map before with their usual standard and preferred drop call of Refinery that we have known to be very good for them.
Exactly, now we see Giga a little bit far away from his teammate, so he needs to be very careful about it. And he's searching for equipment, so he's searching for better weapons. Let's see what they are going to choose. And we also saw metagaming on the labyrinth area.
Yes, we do. And we have seen Mengoji making his debut for Corinthians. He didn't play in the first week. And we know that Mengoji is a very strong player. He has been 2 times in the selection of best players in the LBFF. He has 2 rings of the selection of the LBFF, which means that he is a very strong and very experienced player. He has reached to the finals a lot of times. And we were eager to see his debut with Corinthians, and now we see that before has traded Jubinha for Renan in this match. We know that Renan is one of the rush players of before. He's a new player as well. He just got off the base of before. He used to be one of the players that were on the run to get to the A team, and now he did it, and we are hoping to see a very good performance of him. But Iago seems to be receiving a lot of bullets now.
Yes, Iago is suffering right now. He needs to be very smart and also before have all his players far away from each other. Now we see Peusada. He's also getting some bullets on him, so he needs to be smart about it. He needs to go back with his teammate. And we see Phoenix also without all his life. And we see Butch, which is all good for him. He just got a nice glue. He's searching for more equipment, so it's all good for here in the prison area.
Yes, in Team Liquid that has gotten up to another rough start. We are hoping to see the Team Liquid that is a very strong team, and we know of it. We have MTS in the team, MTS that was the MVP of the past season, and we are hoping to see really him doing better. And look at Mangoji again with Corinthians. Let's see if they do a better job today. Today in this match, and we are seeing Mangoji debuting in the day of today, but also Corinthians is the best team in the map of Kalahari. They have the best performance in Kalahari, and we are going to see if they're going to keep up with those results, with those outcomes, and keep up with their good name in Kalahari.
Exactly, and the player with the most skills in Kalahari is Viting XP from Corinthians, so we need to stay tuned about it. They're just searching for more equipment. So let's see if we're going to have any confrontation, and I'm very sad about it because the pilot didn't answer my call. He just, looked at it and said, no, I'm going to make it all easy for the players.
Yes, and the players are definitely going to be very grateful for that because they needed this centralized airplane route after a match that had a lot of confrontations happening because of the airplane route. And now we are seeing the teams beginning to make their rotation in this Kalahari. We are going up to 5 minutes in the match. We know that in the A series, those rotations usually happen very quickly, and it is important for the teams to be able to define their game very early in the match when they have the predict of the safe zone. And look at Vivo Cage making their rotation with their cars. Maybe they have a predict of the safe zone and they're going to make their position in a good place, in a good positioning.
Yes, now we see a lot of teams making rotations with cars, which is good and also bad, because if another team is also making the same rotation, then you're going to suffer and probably go back to the lobby more faster than you imagine. And I'm thinking it's very strange the way that Tropa is making their rotation. I'm not understanding it. I'm not quite getting it, because they make rotations very separate from each other.
Yes, they usually do. And we are going to see if they're going to have any kind of problems with that rotation. But we have Los Grandes making their marcation in the Bayfront area. They are trying to keep all of their sides aimed at and just looking because they are expecting the next safe zone, which will close in a couple of minutes. And we have Fonzing, look at his aim. That player might get a headshot if he stays in that position.
Oh yeah, Fonzing is really watching it, trying to get the right pixel to get the bullet on a player. So the other player needs to be smart about it, because if I was him, I wouldn't be, getting my face on the door. Because Fonzinho is a really good player, so we need to stay tuned about it. And now we have MVR, which is trying to get more resources right now. He doesn't have any grenades, because we know the grenade from the team is Gus, so we need to watch it. And Gus, I think, already have information from Netshoes Miners, and he has 11 grenades on his hand.
Yes, 11 grenades in his hand. Gus, that is the MVP of the Los Grandes squad up until this point. He has gained a lot of eliminations with the use of the grenades, and he is also using the CR7 character. So we are going to see how well he works with those characters, with those resources. And we have Netshoes Miners also making a very quiet match. We are seeing a Kalahari very much more delayed than we saw Purgatory. All teams are basically waiting and just expecting for others to make their rotations as well. And we are going to see a lot of confrontations in the final safe zones. If that continues to happen.
Exactly, the end game will be on fire, and I'm very excited about it. I really want to see the confrontations, because that's what we like to see. And Netshoes Miners was the second worst team in the first weekend, so they really need to improve themselves, as they really need to get up on the standings. Otherwise, they are not going to the world championship.
Yes, yes. We have a lot of teams that are fighting for a better place in the standings. And let's remember that even though we are in the beginning of the championship, those standings are going to define the spots for the finals, and it is going to be very important to guarantee one of those spots. We are going to have 6 teams out of the finals, and we are soon to find out which ones they will be.
So now we have Gus. He has an AC-80 on his hand. He's already trying to hurt the players from Netshoes Miners right now, and he is doing it. He's hurting them. He's trying to get his bullet on the players and also receiving the bullet. So he needs to be smart about it, because he's not in a very good position. He's a little bit far away from his players. So we have to watch it. And Netshoes Miners right now has a cover, so they're using very well of it.
Yes, and as I said, a very slow match in the day today in Kalahari. We have players really playing their safest game, which probably means that everyone's not willing to risk falling too early on the match, and we haven't seen any kind of direct confrontations. We are coming to 10 minutes of a match, and I think this is the longest in this season that we haven't had a single kill.
Exactly, and also Netshoes Miners, the best match that they had on the first weekend was in Kalahari. So it is a map that they have more credibility. So they're just trying to do their rotations, but I don't think Los Grandes is going to let them pass. I really don't think so, because Gus is a really aggressive player, and he's just watching it. He's just waiting for the moment. But now Netshoes Miners seems to be doing what I just said they were not going to do.
Yes, Netshoes Miners making their escape. They probably want to get into the safe zone by another side, because they have seen that their positioning wasn't too good, and they are going to be able, maybe they're going to enter the command post, but they are going to start getting shots from Team Liquid.
Yeah, Team Liquid is very smart right now. Already have information of Netshoes Miners, so they are just waiting from it, and they are receiving a lot of bullets from them. And now we have Broilo. He's the support player. He does the fourth place on the team. So he's just going to be there watching and getting the opportunity to get the headshot on another players. And now we're going to have our confrontation. I think so, because Nitrox is passing right where Tropa is, and Salis just dropped from the car. Now let's see, Salis has a charger extra on his hand. Prozin is doing a rain of grenades in the Tropa right now. They need to be very smart. Now we see Romeo. He has an AC-80 on his hand. He's doing the achievement on the team. He's trying to get the players, but it's very... Oh no! Kille did a very good grenade on Romeo. Romeo needs to recover. 100%, and now we see Spear Romeo also suffering, getting some bullets on him, and now rain of grenade from Kill It. A lot of grenades. No, Romeo is on the floor. Now we see Mandela. He's going up his own rush. He wants to get more and more kills on the Nitrox team. Prozin is also on the floor. Kill It is a very good player. Pato just fall and died. So it's very hard. Look at João! Headshot! Very good play! But Sales get and save all of Nitrox.
Tropa having a rough start in the Kalahari map, and we have João playing so well for Nitrox. Prozin was eliminated, but he will probably be saved by his teammates. Nitrox with 4 eliminations up until this point in the match, getting a very good beginning of the map. They might be able to position themselves well in the safe zone, as we have seen. They are on the border, but that's still a strong position. And look at that, Liberty just fell in the 11th position. And as I said before, I just want to highlight how well João played for Nitrox, because he was able to take down 3 players in his rush, and that was a very good play.
Exactly, and it's not an easy thing to do. And now look at Cebolinha. He's suffering. He's on the floor. Natividade doing more grenades against Los Grandes. More grenades and more grenades. What a good gameplay. Peusada using it. Fonzin just dropped what? Broilo is on the floor. He's suffering. He needs to be recovered. Oh, Fonzin got the kill. Now look at Hickey. He has an MP5 on his hands. He's just waiting for the moment. He's trying to crave the bullets on Los Grandes, and Gus right now is doing a grenade. No, Natividade needs to be very smart about it. He got a little bit of life out, and now Peusada is suffering as well. Los Grandes is trying to do... Oh, Peusada, what a great shot! Now we see Cebolinha, 3 kills!
Cebolinha making an almost squad wipe in the team that he usually played for. Cebolinha usually played for Netshoes Miners in a couple of the past seasons, and now we have him being a part of this almost complete wipeout of Netshoes Miners. Very well played, and look at that. Nitrox was able to save Prozin and still got another kill, and they already took down Chinese as well. So Nitrox with a very good match now.
Exactly, and also Iago is suffering on the other side. Sadis is just searching for the pixel to crave a bullet on him. So Iago needs to be very smart about it, because we know Nitrox is a very aggressive team. Oh! B4 is back on the lobby, Isa. And also we see Corinthians going against Los Grandes. Vivo Cage is also going against Los Grandes, and Cebolinha just died.
Yes, Nitrox now are going to have to make a walk towards the safe zone. Vivo Cage is still alive as well. It is amazing how well Vivo Cage plays to get to the end game. They are a team that always plays very securely, and they are usually always able to get to the end game.
And look at General, just got down the best, one of the best players from Corinthians, which is Viting XP. He's really aggressive one. He's, trying to get the MVP standings. So let's see who is going to get the best of this confrontation. And also we have Team Liquid on the other side. MTS is suffering today. I'm not seeing MTS the way that he usually do. The way that he usually plays, he's not playing the way that he usually do.
Yes, but we are going to see it right now, because Team Liquid is going to make a rush towards Magic Squad that was in the best position of the safe zone.
Exactly, now we see Bueno. He's just waiting for the right time to crave a bullet on his enemies, and General is suffering a lot. Look at Zenak, what a great shot! Man God, he's just waiting to crave a bullet on his enemies. Salis is on the floor suffering. Headshot from Eric. Meta Gaming is really aggressive, going against the players. Nitrox, he's trying his best. Romeo trying to get the drinks, but he's not getting it. Oh, Romeo just got the kills, Isa.
Romeo was able to take down 2 players, and look at how many rushes we are seeing right now.
Exactly, the end game is really on fire. Now as we see But
Oh my god.
oh no, Nitrox is back on the lobby. Eric just is a perfect grenade, Isa.
Yes, Eric, that is the MVP for the metagaming squad, playing very well, and he is a newcomer. He had never played the LBFF before, and he is coming up very strongly with a lot of kills already.
Exactly, now we see tThe. He's trying to get the guns against the Corinthians and metagaming, so they need to be smart. They are the best teams in the safe zone right now, and they probably are not going to let Corinthians pass. Look at Vitinho XP, he's trying to take down the players from Cruzeiro. Let's see who is going to take the best. The best of it. Look at Vitinho XP! Just craved the bullets but got down because tThe is not letting him pass. Yes, Cruzeiro is aggressive, but Corinthians also is aggressive. Main God going towards him. They're trying to get the best. God Kill is on the floor. Bueno, he's trying to get the shot, but Cauê! What a great shot! Now we have only Cruzeiro against metagaming. Cruzeiro that didn't start very well right now is trying to get his best, is trying to get up on the standards, and now we see Rush. No! Eric again! Booyah! Metagaming!
Metagaming getting the booyah with a very good amount of eliminations. We have Eric standing out a lot for this team, and remembering that Eric is a newcomer, so let's all keep an eye on Eric because he is a very talented player and he is coming to show that newcomers are just as competitive and they can be on the same level that the A-series players. And we have also Cruzeiro again in the second place. They were the first ones to get the booyah, and now they have the second place, which is going to be very good. And look at that punctuation, 25 points for metagaming, 7 kills for Cauê, and we have a very disputed MVP today.
Exactly, now we are seeing the highlights of the match. We see Eric, as Isa said, he is a newcomer, but he is just on fire.
Yes.
He was exceptional on the second match. He is a really important player for metagaming, and I think was a very, very, very good newcomer.
For sure. And now let's see how we see that Liberty is falling down again with 0 points. So Liberty that is on the bottom of the standings. We have Team Liquid also not having a good day today again, which is going to make a very is going to make a difference in the standings. If they wake up to the game and really are able to heat up, they are going to have a very hard time getting up on those standings, especially because we are already in the second week, we are in the fourth round, and we need to see them playing.
So now let's see the standings. Vivo Cage is still on a first place, but look, Magic Squad on the second place with 145 points. And we see on the first place Corinthians with 136, we see B4 with 127, and Metagaming going up with 124 points. So yeah.
Yes, Nitrox is pushed down to the 9th place with 122 points. We have Liberty, Netshoes, and Team Liquid still in the bottom 3. Tropa was able to get out of the bottom 3 but is still in a bad position. And we have Magic Squad getting closer and closer to Vivo Cage. And they will be able to make that difference go away if they still keep up with a good performance today.
Exactly. And I'm very curious to know why Team Liquid is not improving themselves. Because we are already on a really important weekend, and I don't know why and what is happening has the days passed. Because MTS is a very important player, and
yes,
he was our MVP on the last LBFF. So now we're going to another break, and soon we're going to come back. And now we are back. We are soon going to our third match. And what are your expectations?
Well, I am expecting a lot because especially this third match ends up the first half of the day, which means that we are going to have a very good look on how the teams are today, on where their heads are at, and how are they going to perform today. And we are going to have a third Booyah that I am hoping to be from a team that is in the bottom of the charts, because I always love to see the standings being that much competitive. It is always good. But I am hoping that for Bermuda, not hoping, but expecting that for Bermuda, we're going to see some of the classical teams extending out, because Bermuda is the most classical map in the Free Fire game. So I am hoping to see some of the most experienced teams really standing out, and I am eager to see if Cruzeiro is going to keep up with their perfect performance today, if Magic Squad is going to keep up, because we saw both teams, Cruzeiro and Magic Squad, they are competing to be the best team of the day because they are doing so well up until now.
Exactly. So, what is your opinion? Who do you think is going to be the best team of the day, the best team of this week of the LBFF? I'm very, I'm very curious to know. So let us know, okay? And my expectations for this match is probably that they are going to take it slow, because we are seeing it a lot. They are not going to the initial confrontation, as we seen, and I think the end game is going to be on fire, like the others matches that we have seen too. But I'm very curious, as I have seen, as I have said, that Team Liquid is not performing very well. And also, as you said, Liberty really needs to improve themselves.
Yes, and like you said, we may see a very slow match again. And what we know from that is that all teams are playing very safely, which
Yes.
means that they don't want to fall on those hated last positions. They all want to do well. They are trying to improve their performance. They're testing their rotations in the best way possible. So we are going to have maybe a lot of delayed rotations, and maybe we will have a change of attitude. Maybe some teams that were trying to keep up with that were trying to play too safely to keep a good score will change their gameplay style and their game style in general to try to be more aggressive and get those extra points from eliminations, and maybe get a position from a rush. And that is going to be very nice to see, because we need those teams that are on the bottom of the charts having a different game style. Because if what you're doing is not working until this point, it is time to start changing and start developing new strategies when we reach close to the finals.
Exactly, because as you all know, we are going to have 2 World Championship. So to go to this World Championship, you need to win the LBFF. So you need to do everything on your way, everything that is possible. So okay, on the first weekend it start not very well. It's okay, but right now it's not okay. So you need to keep improving yourself. The teams are probably going to watch what's not working right now to the next matches. They bring it the best of it. So soon we're going to have our third match, and it's going to be Bermuda, which is already said is a very classical map, and we have to stay tuned about it. One of the best teams of Bermuda is Vivo Cage and before, so I am very excited to see how they're going to performance. And also a team that were very good in Bermuda was Team Liquid with 15 points, which today is not performing very well.
Yes, and we saw that Team Liquid performed very well on Bermuda in the past week, and it was basically the only map they played because it was the only map they got points. So let's see how they do in this match.
Exactly. So stay tuned, and soon we're going to have the third match. Keep talking with us in the chat, and yes, I'm very excited to know who is going to take the best of it. And also Los Grandes is a team that performed very well in Bermuda. Oh, so we have the match. Let's go to the third match of the day. Bermuda, classical map, but still a very important one. The pilot almost listened to me.
Yeah, the pilot was kind of nice because no one will have trouble getting to their preferred drop calls except for maybe Netshoes miners that usually falls in the Rimnium village area. They might not be able to get there, but let's see, because we have before going like always to the region of Clock Tower, Team Liquid in Mill, Liberty in Cape Town. We have Meta Gaming go towards Hangar and Rimnium Village, probably Vivo Cage in Bimazaki, Tropa in Shipyard, Magic Squad in Graveyard, and Los Grandes in Observatory. But look at how close Nitrox and Netshoes Miners are. Even though Netshoes Miners got the blue zone in Factory, it is still a very weak call for one team, for one complete team, and we will probably see Nitrox making the loot of Pushinoki and Mars Electric, which might get them an advantage in weapon.
Exactly. Now we see Natividade. He's still searching for weapons, still searching for more resources. And as Isa said, oh, there is a player from Nitrox very close to Factory. So we have to stay tuned about it. We have to watch if the Nitrox will advance to Factory, but I don't think so, because Nitrox have a good call right now, and we see Hiki with the Car 98 on his hand, which is a very good weapon to be using in a Bermuda map, and we see Meta Gaming in Angar still searching for more resources.
Yes, and Meta Gaming that is doing very well today. They also got a good amount of punctuation, and we have Kawe and Eric playing so well for that team. Eric, as I said, is a big surprise for us because he's a newcomer, and I am really liking to see him play because he is doing a very good job. And Meta Gaming is a team that was completely changed in the past season. We have had them change basically all of their players. The only one that is here playing today that was also in the past season is Kawe. The rest of the players are all from other teams. So we have Meta making a very good preparation for the championship, because they seem to be already with a very good synchrony, a very good synergy, which means that they have practiced so much. And we have Magic Squad right now that is also doing very well. Also a new team that has been formed up until recently, and we are eager to see their performance doing so well, because they are very close to Vivo Cage in the standings, which means that if they're able to pass Vivo Cage, they might assume the leadership.
Exactly, and now we see got killed. They're still searching for more resources here in the graveyard area. And now we're going to have our first confrontation. No, headshots! Netshoes miners need to be smart in this time. Hiki has really low life, so he needs to be smart. And now we see Broilo, he's advancing against B4. B4 is a very aggressive team, so we need to see what Peusada is going to do, but he's trying to get more information from B4. He's trying to get a good position against B4, and now we see Natividade using his famous against the B4 team. B4, I don't think they are going to advance, I don't know. Oh no, yes, they are going to advance. Iago is suffering, he needs to be smart about it. Now we see Natividade, he's trying to get information from before. Lobato, he's going against Netshoes miners. They are really on a rush, they don't want to wait. They really want to take down Netshoes miners right now. Now we see Lobato, he's just waiting for the right moment. And Renan also waiting for the right moment. He has a ump on his hand. Oh, Lobato is suffering. Hiki, MP5 on his hand. Already dropped down Lobato. Peusada right now got the kill. First kill for Netshoes Miners against B4. It's a really new thing to do. Netshoes Miners trying to improve. Renan also on the floor. Look at Shinei's really good play right now. He has a chart extra on his hand and he is really using it a very good way. It's squad wipe. Shinei's, what a great gameplay is.
Shinei, that was one of the MVPs of the last season. He competed for the MVP, and now he's getting this amazing squad wipe for before, and he is a very experienced player. He got the 4 kills with the Charge Buster. That is a new weapon, and it is so interesting to see how well he's playing already, because we know that the Charge Buster isn't an easy weapon to play with. It is very hard to play with the Charge Buster, especially because of the heating conditions of the weapon. But look at that.
Oh no, Metagaming was smart. They saw a chance of confrontation and they took it. So Pwn7 is the first player to get the kill for Metagaming right now. They're searching for more resources. They knew that was having a confrontation here, that Netshoes Miners and before was in a confrontation. So Metagaming saw an opportunity to try to participate from it, and was really good because Pwn took 1 kill, but I don't think they're going to go all the way for it. So now we see the safe zone. Oh.
And we have a very centralized safe zone to factory. Vivo KG and Team Liquid in very strong positions. We also have Nitrox and Corinthians very close to each other. Metagaming will be able to completely hold off before if they want to. That was a very smart move of Metagaming, because if they didn't go towards that region where they believed that was the confrontation, they wouldn't have been able to pick up the kill. But look at how Corinthians is close to Nitrox right now.
Yes, and Nitrox could suffer because the position of Corinthians is much better than Nitrox. They only have Prozin and João there. They're, trying not to be
Look
wiped.
at the size of the hill.
Yes, and so they are trying not to be wiped, and I don't think Corinthians is going to see them.
Yes, it is going to be very hard for Corinthians to spot Nitrox. Even though they are looking for them, it appears like they have some kind of information that there might be a team in that negative area of the beach. But look at that.
Now we see Boppies, he's going against Tropa right now, and Tropa is always in a wrong confrontation, as we have seen on the others matches, on the first and second matches. They are not doing very well today, and also they are not doing smart rotations. Now we see Boppies, he has 220 of life, which is very good, and before just revival their players.
Yes, very good for B4. They were able to save Iago. That is one of their most important players. And we have Metagaming making a very good position, a very good marcation right now. Look at B4. They're going to have to get out of that area of the Remnam village, and they're going to enter the safe zone in the best way possible, which will be hard for them, especially because most players of the team don't have any loot whatsoever. And we are going to see, because we have 40 players alive, and not as we saw in the latest match of Kalahari, we are seeing a Bermuda more aggressive, which might mean that the teams are finally able to make those confrontations and get those points from eliminations.
Oh, Cebolinha just got a headshot from Bops, which is really good for Magic Squad right now. They are on fire today. So now we see Gus with his ult. He's trying to go against the Magic Squad, but he's not getting it so well. Now we see GotQ. He has his first kill. Fonzio also suffering there. And Magic Squad is trying to flank, trying to get a best position to go against Los Grandes right now. We have seen 9 minutes and 47 seconds of this match. We have 11 teams with us and 40 players. It seems like with the revival systems, the players really take a lot of time to go back to the lobby. And look at kill! Mandela tried to take the best of it, but GotQ said, no, 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 don't come here. I am on fire, and he just got the kill. Now we see Kile trying to save his team, which is, whoa, he was very
he was
fast.
able to save his team.
Yeah, he was
completely.
very fast and very easy for him. Now he's going away very carefully with his car, like we have seen. But Tropa right now is falling on peak, which is a very good area. However, they don't have any equipment.
Yes, Tropa is going to be running very low on resources, which means that they will have to do a good recovery game. And look at that, we have a lot of competitions going on Clock Tower, even though it is in the center of the safe zone. A lot of teams are catching up to that area, and it is Los Grandes versus Magic Squad right now.
Exactly, Bobs. Really smart, did a grenade, but was not very efficient. Now, right now, again, Gus is trying to do a grenade. He's getting closer of it. And, oh, no, wrong grenade. MVR already active. His Chronos, he's using his ice wall to try to use has a safe spot for him, but it's very hard against Magic Squad, which they are very aggressive. They're trying to take the best of it. And now Gus with the grenades again. Bop is trying to get the grenade, but was not very efficient. MVR going against Magic Squad. What a great performance! Los Grandes is really improving themselves, and now we only have got killed. He's trying to get away, but no! Gus didn't let it in. Look what he did.
Look at that. And we are seeing a very aggressive Los Grandes. They are they are trying to really provoke the other team, but we have before getting on their back, and let's see, MVR already is very halved.
Yes, MVR is very halved. Lobato already got him a headshot against MVR. He is very smart player, and now we see Shinez trying to do a grenade. Was not very efficient. He said, oh no, I don't think it's better, is the best thing to do right now. Now they're searching for resources. Oh, and again! Headshot against Fonzinho. He needs to be much smarter now, and again, Shinez got down Fonzin that was just up right now, and now before is going to get Los Grandes. Look at Lobato, tried to get the best of it with his Max 7, but got down. And also down, MVR is on fire! Shinez again is a 6 kill from him.
Shinez making a very good Bermuda. He is really being the highlight of this match. 6 kills already into his pocket, and he is going to try to make them more, because we have still 33 players alive, which is a lot of players if you consider how many eliminations we have had. Before are the kill leaders of this match, but we have Cruzeiro once again in a very good position, Corinthians in a good position, Vivo Cage as well, and let's see how this is going to go.
Exactly, Vivo Cage is just watching Team Liquid. They probably have information from each other. Now we see before saving Hene, which is a really good player for before. Oh no, Metagaming just got on Clock Tower and got down Eric, which they need to be smart of it. And I mean, Eric got down a player from before. So now we see Modestia just waiting for the right moment. He doesn't have a protection, efficient protection. He only has one ice glue, one grenade, and is just watching Team Liquid right now, because Team Liquid is trying to get Cruzeiro that is on the other side. And look at Pato. He has an AC-80 on his hand. He's trying to get the bullets against Corinthians, but it's not very efficient. Davi was on the floor, but now is get up right now. And now we see Mengadi, he's very halved. And João, too, very happy. He needs to get up and use all the resources that he has. Look at Prozin! The grenade was very efficient. They only have 2 players and they are on fire. Prozin and João going against Liberty. Drizzy has the charge extra on his hands. He's trying to use it, but was not very efficient. Giga on the other side against Tropa. Tropa is a team that is not having a good day today. Pato is on the floor as well. The gas is not letting the players play a very efficient way. They need to go to the safe zone very quickly, and now we see Corinthians. Corinthians is going up. They want to play. They want to get on this confrontation. Drizzy is on the floor, and now we see a rain of grenades in by Vitin XP. Wipe it by Corinthians. What a great move from Corinthians. Very smart confrontation.
Yes, we see Hazuri being a very good rush player. He's like an aggressive player, and he's making the difference for that squad that is very solid. We have Zenaki as a great support, Viching as a great grenade player, and Hazuri alive. But look, they are in a direct confrontation with Cruzeiro, and they are making a rush.
Exactly, now we see Cruzeiro. Cruzeiro, they are suffering. Oh, what a good move! Menor 10, he got the kill right now. They're going up. Vitin XP is trying to do the grenade. Just use it, his chronos in the right timing. What a great timing. And we see Metagaming trying
right
to...
in the back.
Yes, trying to participate on this confrontation. Bone 7 just got down with XP and got the kill. What a great move. And now Corinthians is back on the lobby. Look at Eriki trying to do a rain of grenades. Not only trying, but doing it. Trappy just got down 2 players of Meta. What a great move. Trappy is a really efficient player, Isa. Now we see Modesha, he's surfing a little bit. Now his bullets against But is on the floor. That God, what a really good player. Got the kill. MTS on the grenades again. That God is on the floor. Phoenix is trying to get up. Modesha just got down Pedro Riesi. Pedro Riesi put on a pocket. Now we see Phoenix. Phoenix is trying to go up. That God! What a great move! VK was a really good, smart team right now.
Yes, and we have the end game approaching, only 6 players alive, Metagaming and Cruzeiro coming close to very good matches once again.
Oh no, Trap didn't go up on the safe zone, so now he went back to the lobby, and now we see VK. What a great move! Booyah! Vivocade! Incredible!
Vivocade making the booyah in this 3rd match of the day. They are a team that usually stands out in Bermuda, but they are doing it as always. And great performance from Vivocade today, making the 3rd match of the day count for them. And they had 7 kills in this end game. We also had, once again, Metagaming and Cruzeiro in the end game, making very good punctuations, which we will see soon. But we have 4 teams actually, that are usually doing very well today, that are Cruzeiro, Vivocade, Metagaming, and Magic Squad. But Magic Squad actually fell very early in this match, Celada.
Exactly, and now we're going to see the highlights of this 3rd match. And it is started right there. Miners going back to the lobby because before did a great performance.
Yes, Vivocade with 19 points in the first place, Metagaming and Cruzeiro with 16 points each, also a very good punctuation. Before that wasn't doing so well in this day, is now with 14 points in this match. Corinthians also good match. Team Liquid went up, it is not the punctuation they needed, but still their punctuation improved with 8 points. And we have Shinez, what a highlight of this match. Shinez that is doing very well in the Bermuda map. Maybe we will see him running for the MVP. I am so excited to see in the end of the broadcast how the MVP is going, because we had a lot of players making an exceptional number of kills, Asalada.
And look at Netshoes Miners, the first team that went back to the lobby. They only got 1 point, so they are not improving themselves in the competition, which is very hard for them. And the last split, they were not good as well. They didn't want to change anything. Actually, they are trying to adaptate themselves on the new meta gaming. So we need to be smart about it. They need to be smart about it and try to change some tactics of there. And also Tropa only got 3 points there. They are not improving themselves as well. Their rotation is very slow, and they also get rotations like 2 players goes first, and then the other 2 players stay on a place, and then later on they do the rotation all together. So let's see the standings right now.
Oh, look at who's the leader, and by a good difference.
He has a very good difference. Vivo Cage is with 178 points, 3 booyahs, and 78 kills. It's a very aggressive team. It's the team that has the most number of the kills, so I don't think any team is going to be passing them very fast.
Yes, at least not in this group, because we see that Magic Squad and Corinthians are up close trying to compete for the first place, but it is going to be very hard for them both to catch up to Vivo Cage. We have still Liberty, Netshoes, and Miners, Tropa and Team Liquid in the bottom 3. In the bottom 4 actually, which is a very bad position in the table charts, because look at that, Lauji has 3 matches less than Liberty and Netshoes Miners, and they're only 4 points away. The only team that is seriously needing an improvement in punctuation is Real, that is in the 18th place by a good difference as well. But it is going to be very interesting to see how the teams build up their game in the rest of the day today.
Exactly. So, as we have seen in this third match, Tropa, Liberty, Netshoes Miners, and Team Liquid, they are not improving themselves very well. Los Grandes is trying to do very, very best. Los Grandes is trying to do their best. And now we are going to do a break, a 3 minutes break, so stay tuned, and soon we are going to come back. We are back right now, and now we're going to see the paused game. It's a show that we have here. So let's see it.
tThe trying some shots out. He will try to rotate. He enters the zone. Hype will put the first player down. Phoenix is the one down. Bexing gets the kill, but MTS brings it back with the grenade. He kills tThe. He eliminates tThe and sends him back to the lobby. Let's see now a 3-on-3 fight between those two teams. tThe using the side to try to close the distance. Boss will put him down with a nice shot from the XM. And Put On brings it also with the next 7. Only one player to fight for Liberty. Bexing tried to bring it back, but Liberty is going back to the lobby. The God United squad that was coming for the fight against Vasco and Corinthians. But now look at Fluxo. They left their house and they entered the fight where 0-0 Nation was not prepared. They were trying to use the med kits to heal and they were not fully prepared for this fight. Now Fluxo already getting 2 kills, 2 players down for the 0-0 Nation squad, and see us with the grenade. Now puts 1-9 to the floor. Now he finishes off 1-9 and gets the triple kill. 7 kills onto the hand of Fluxo. Nice job once again getting points onto eliminations. Japa BKR will get to do FFX. There is only one player to fight for 0-0 Nation, and it's Lucky God. He's trying to rotate, he's trying to run. Vasco is still on the fight and on the edges of that same house, and Bexing will get the kill. Price right now, Los Grandes with the sights on the guys from 0-0 Nation. Phone will put 1-9 to the floor with a nice shot from the FAMAS. One also using the sniper rifle and putting Eric to the floor. Now 1-9 is in a bad position to be helped, and Phone will put Nicholas to the floor. Only Lucky got to try to save 0-0 Nation. What a bad rotation, what a bad movement from 0-0 Nation, opening up for Los Grandes. Now the teams are facing each other, and what a grenade! Gus putting Lucky God with a grenade straight back to the lobby. Will push them inside of the circle. Now we have General with the grenade launcher shot. 2 kills, 2 more kills for General! Destroying Corinthians over there. Vivo Kid is showing their fangs. They want to take a bite at the booyah, and they only have to deal with that choose miners for it. Modestia, he's by the side of the hills. General is getting to him. Nando 9 rushing, trying to go over Hick. He puts Rick down, but Natividade brings it back. Now it's a 2-on-2 fight. What an amazing fight right now. Natividade rotating. Modestia goes after him. That guy has to deal with Rick. 401 matches of experience. He tries to put him down. Oh my God, that God! It's a booyah! Vivo K! What an incredible fight!
And now we have seen the top 4 of plays that was the highlight of these teams. We have seen the last one was the Vivo Cage, which was a very, very good play.
Yes, we have selected the best of the teams, the best highlights of the teams in the past week, and we have brought all 4 of them here to you for you guys to remember how well some of those teams played and what happened in the last week.
Exactly, and soon we're going to go to Purgatory back. What do you think? Do you think that is going to start slow again, or the teams are just going to rush it and go to get more kills and more kills?
I think that Bermuda definitely brought a new spirit in the game, but we are going to see if the Bermuda is still going to be a very slow map, because we saw a very fast map actually, because we saw Kalahari being the slowest map. Purgatory was kind of that question mark, because we didn't see a Purgatory with a good airplane route. The airplane route was very off of the central of the map, which means that we had a lot of confrontations in Purgatory, but let's see if we will have them again if the airplane route is favorable.
Yes, and I'm going to be expecting that the airplane route, the pilot, enter me. So Stay tuned about it. And let's see the VT of the paused game.
Now it is going to be right.
Yes.
Salve, salve, tropinha! Chegando para a primeira rodada do nosso jogo pausado. Quem será que sai hoje como nosso primeiro semifinalista? Vai daí, meus crias!
Você pode falar?
Fala rapaziada, eu sou o Peusara da Netshoes Mines e hoje eu tô aqui no jogo pausado.
Fala rapaziada, Dead God aqui, sou jogador da Kid. Estou aqui. Nossa, esqueci o nome do jogo.
Ih, já começou mal, hein? É jogo pausado, Dead. Jogo pausado.
Preparado?
Preparado, só bora.
Cite em 15 segundos o máximo de lugares que possuem lojinhas em Bermuda.
Bermuda?
Sentosa, PEC, Angá, Puxinoque,
Bima, Catu, Greviário, Observatório.
Embaixo de PEC, Bima, Hangar.
Rim, Catulixa, Bimazaki, OBS, Graveyard, Shipyard, Mil.
Amassou, hein, pai?
Faltou alguma?
Acho que não. Segue o jogo.
São 16 lugares, tu acertou 5.
Agora que eu entendi que tinha que falar todas.
Vacilou grandão, R7.
Cite em 15 segundos o máximo de lugares em Kalahari.
Kalahari
Nossa, não lembro muito nome assim rapidão não, mano.
Ah, mas vai ter que lembrar.
Refinaria, labirinto, prisão.
Cemitério dos Elefantes, Posto de Comando, Playground, Refinaria,
cemitério, sub, refinaria, playground.
Câmara, Prisão, Labirinto.
É muito lugar, mano. Quando vem na mente, some todos, mano.
É o famoso deu branco, né, tropinha?
Deu brancozinho.
Cite em 15 segundos o máximo de lugares que tem a casa L em Bermuda.
Nossa, mano.
Bimazaki, Catulixa. Entre Bima e PEC tem mais uma. Saindo de Chip tem uma Implantation. Em Chip tem 2 casas L.
O cara é uma enciclopédia, pai.
Catu, não vai.
Quer molezinha? Joga no Easy, xará.
Cite em 15 segundos o máximo de jogadores que já foram da seleção LBFF.
Cias, Cauã, Juan, Mengode.
Eu, Lucas Cauã, Cronos, K9.
Não sei se vale coach, mas K9 e Metal.
Não, não vale não.
Peu, Lucas Cauã, Cronos, D3, Cauã, Mengode, Modéstia.
Bem demais. Já temos um semifinalista.
Wow!
And now we are going to have our fourth match, and let's go to it.
Wow, the pilot was really in a rush this time. Actually, he was very in a rush. But look at this airplane route. Now it is favorable for all teams, and we are seeing Corinthians approaching Marble Works, Cruzeiro going to Crossroads Meta in Moat House. We see Nitrox in Skilodge, and Meta Gaming chose not to make that confrontation again, because we saw that in the last week, in the confrontation between groups A and C, Metagaming and Nitrox were in that drop call confrontation on Skilodge, in which Nitrox was victorious. And look at that, Magic Squad just substituted Italo for Drax, and Drax, that is a good player as well. Let's see what he brings into the squad. And as I was saying, Nitrox gets the call of Ski. They only fighted Meta once in that call, just one time, and Meta, when they lost the drop call fight, they chose to retreat, and now they're playing in Mode House.
Exactly, and now we see Magic Squad, which is still searching for resources here in the field area, and we were seeing that Tropa and Liberty again is observing each other in a very low way, in a very slow way. Oh, no, not so slow right now. Look at Paco. Great play. Now he's going against any more player that from Tropa that was there, but he already got away. We have another substitution with Spexing going in and Hype going out, and now we see tThe that got in a car, and they are probably going to do a rotation with their car. We see that is 2 minutes and 24 seconds of this match. We have 12 teams and 47 players, and now we see Tropa in the central area. They are still searching for more resources and more coins to save Moreira. Oh, then now they already saved Moreira.
And again, we have Liberty taking down one player of the Tropa squad, and that player is saved once again. And we see that Liberty, just the same as the last Purgatory, chose not to make that aggressive advance and left Central for Tropa, which is very cool. We hear some claps. Let's clap as well. Our Brazilian broadcast friends are really clapping. I don't know what to, but they're clapping. And I think they're clapping for Moreira, who just fell out of the sky again.
Exactly. So they're still making the same tactic, which is not improving them in the standings. So they're having a really hard time today, which is a little bit out of the normal that we see. And now we see Killed still searching for more resources, still searching for more weapons, and he that is the grenaded of the team only have 2 grenades, so they need to be smart about it. And I think Tropa waits too much in the central area.
Yes, definitely. We are seeing them delaying their rotation so much, and Tropa usually stays in that central area until they absolutely have to move or the safe zone has shifted very hardly, so they will have to get out of there soon. But Vivo Cage also still at their drop call. We have 5 minutes of the match, and the teams will be starting to make their rotations. This is the time of the match where that usually happens. And look at how many coins the Vivo Cage team has.
Exactly, Nando had so many coins that if his team wasn't all alive, he could save everyone. So now they're trading resources and making more and more ice. And we see Magic Squad going up in the Brasilia area, where B4 is already there. And also we have the drone that is going to probably spot all the teams that are there, and we may have confrontations. Yes, we may have confrontations right now, because Lobato already have information of the Magic Squad, is trying to have a pixel of them.
Yes, and for the agglomeration that we see, the crowdness that we see in the Brasilia area, probably most teams are assuming that the safe zone is going to shift towards Brasilia, and if that happens, we are going to see a very crowded match, because we know that Brasilia safe zones are always are very crowded in the end and result in a lot of confrontations, especially because of the number of houses we have in Brasilia. Let's see if their predict of the safe zone is indeed right. And we see Cruzeiro also getting to the trailers area.
Exactly. Now we see GodQ. He's just waiting for it. We see Bueno also just waiting. They already have information for before, and obviously before already have information for the Magic Squad. So they are going to be there for a long time, just spotting each other and seeing if there is going to be a confrontation or not. But they have to be smart about it, because Cruzeiro is getting down for Brasilia, and Cruzeiro has shown that they are a very aggressive team, and they are going to try to do everything to go to the World Championship. Now we see Los Grandes in Brasilia down. They're still searching for more resources. They're just, getting more and more resources before starting any confrontation. And we have 6 minutes and 47 seconds of this 4th match, and is still no confrontations. Oh, I just said it, and now we have a confrontation. Menor 10 is trying to get his bullets against Corinthians. He has an AC-80 on his hand. Now we see Trepi doing a rain of grenades. Oh no, just one grenade. And then Zenaki is trying to go against Cruzeiro. They are really going to rush it. They're not gonna wait. They got their their eyes and are just waiting for the right time to go against them. Vitinho XP is trying to do the perfect grenade against Cruzeiro, and if he do it, it's going to be a very good. Oh,
Almost.
no. Almost a very perfect one, but if he got it, it was going to be a very good one. Now we see Trepi doing the grenades too, and now we see Mangod. Mangod, he's going against Cruzeiro. He's not going to wait for it. Mangod has a max 7 on his head and is using it perfectly. Just waiting for the right moment, Cruzeiro. Cruzeiro goes against Corinthians right now. He got a grenade! Look at Rush using their charge buster very well. Vitinho XP, max 7. Got down, Cruzeiro Rush. Now, Hazuri got on the floor and Corinthians got the best of it. João trying to do his best. Modestia got down, Romeo, and Nando9 got down to a player. Nando9 is doing all he can. Look at it! It's squad wipe! Vivo Cade! What a great play!
Vivo Cage sending Nitrox straight to the lobby in the 11th position, and Vivo Cage and Corinthians were able to make very good rushes so early in the game, which means they already have 4 eliminations, a good position, and let's see where this safe zone heads to. But look at that, Viching was dropped by his own landmine, so Viching is going probably to be saved by his teammates, but his vest must be in a bad condition. But I am very happy because both Viting and Zanaki are on my FF squad, so I am very happy that they are doing well today. They just wiped the squad, and I couldn't be happier.
I'm happy because Cruzeiro is having a good time, a good day so far, and I got them on my FF squad. So let's hope that they keep doing very well. Let's hope that they keep doing very well. Meta too, because some players are on my FF squad as well. And now we see that it's still Magic squad and before are on the same positions as before. They are not moving or anything. And now we see Corinthians still getting more resources. They just got their drop. They're probably wanting something better from it, and Zenaki is looking and searching for more resources right now. Zenaki got 2 kills, Viting XP 2 kills as well, and in the total has 4 kills. We have 10 minutes and 8 seconds of this fourth match. We have 10 teams with us and 40 players, so I think it's going to be a very slow match as well. Only in the end game we are going to have a lot of confrontations.
Yes, and we are seeing Corinthians in a very good position. They are very centralized in the safe zone. Let's see where this safe zone heads towards next. And they are the kill leaders of this match. Now the match has been a little cold, but look at that. Team Liquid might just run into Tropa with their cars again.
Exactly, now we see Team Liquid rotating with their cars, which is good and bad for them, because if they got spotted and the other team shoot them continuously, they're gonna suffer. As I said, look at Iago! He's on fire! Got 3 players on the floor and put them on his bucket! Great move for before right now. And now we see Fonzinho, he is in a great spot. He's just waiting for the right time. He has information from Team Liquid and he is just waiting to get the bullets on Team Liquid right now.
Yes, and look at Brasilia, how crowded that area is. We see a lot of teams now holding their position. Let's see if they choose to make any kind of rushes. And the safe zone really did close towards Brasilia. Team Liquid in a very strong position. That is that middle house. Vivo Cage also in a good position. If they get up to that hill is very good, especially if the safe zone ends up hard shifting towards the hill. That will be great for Vivo Cage. So let's see how all teams will do based on their positions. All teams are inside the safe zone basically, but we will see what comes next.
Exactly. Now we see Liberty. Drizzy just got a landmine on the floor, so he needs to be very smart about it. Otherwise, the same thing that happened with Viting XP is going to happen with one of the player and in Liberty team. And we're seeing that Team Liquid is a little bit far away from this spot area, and we see Netshoes Miners also there. But look who is not far away. Magic Squad got a perfect pixel from Netshoes Miner, and it's using it very well because they got one player on the floor, but Netshoes Miners is also going against Magic Squad and got kill on the floor, but now he's recovered, he's back on the match, and he needs to use a med kit right now to be 100%. Also, yeah, right now he's 100% of his life and is still searching for more resources.
Yes, and look at that safe zone. That is going to cause a very, very good end game. We are going to see the end game with a lot of confrontations. So if you guys will just wait, we will see this purgatory explode because Brasilia is on fire and we have still 38 players alive for this next safe zone that is going to be way too small for all these people.
Exactly, and now we see Metagaming entering in the safe zone. They are not having any problem entering it. They have a very good spot, but Iago is going against Tropa. He got a bullet in Killet right now. Killet is halved, so he needs to be smart. He needs to get back all of his life. And Iago is a very aggressive player, already have 2 kills. And before, because of Iago, has 2 kills too in the total. And we see Magic Squad in the same position as before. We have 14 minutes of this match and 10 teams with us and 38 players. Now we see Corinthians going against Tropa. I want to see this confrontation. We see Killet. Killet is probably going to get a grenade in the team of Corinthians. He needs to be very smart about it. It needs to be the perfect grenade. Kill it. The grenade against Corinthians. Not very well. The grenade didn't took anything of life from Corinthians. So Corinthians is still 100%. Kill it is going to try again soon probably. And Los Grandes is just waiting for this kind of confrontation. So they take advantage of it.
Yes, and look at that. Netshoes Miners in the best position of the safe zone. Everyone who is in that central area of Brasilia will have to move. Team Liquid will probably be the gatekeeper for the safe zone. Magic Squad also in a good position, and I really want to see how the other teams will get to that safe zone because Netshoes Miners is the only good position right now.
Got kill. He's really trying to get his bullet on the both teams that are there. Team Liquid and before Lobato was on the floor. Now he's recovered. He has a very important gun on his hand. Oh, Lobato, no! He dropped down himself, Isa. Now we see Boppis. Boppis got down one of the players of before. Boppis again against Chinese. He's on the floor, back on the lobby. Renan against Phoenix. Phoenix is on the floor right now. 3 kills for before. They need to be very smart because a lot of teams want to take them down. Now we see MTS. MTS is trying to get the protection. And also Magic Squad is going to try to take any luck on this confrontation.
Yes, and before was able to save still 2 of their players, but they are in a very bad situation right now because Magic Squad is pressuring them.
And look at Tropa. Tropa is reacting right now. Got Los Grandes back on the lobby. What a great movie. What a great move. Viting XP trying to get down all the players. He's doing very well. Meta already got down. That God is back on the lobby. Bob's 4 kills on his hands with Famas. Before back on the lobby. Hazuri got 1 kill. Also, VK is trying to get the kills against Meta. Meta really have to play it. That is Spawn. Look at Drizzy. Very good play right now against Liberty. Look at his shot, Kawe. Very smart, trying to recover his friend back on the game, but is still having a lot of time. Nando9 got the play, got a kill against Eric. Miners back on the lobby. General is on the floor. Bone 7 is is still on the floor too. It's them, Kawe against Nando9. Two support players against each other. Let's see who is going to take the best on this X1. Now we see tThe. tThe is really aggressive in trying to get all the kills from the teams. Now we see Pexing on the floor. Vitinho XP is the only player from Corinthians. Is the final player from Corinthians in this fourth match. He needs to move. Bueno got the kill. Davi is very hot. He needs to be smart. Now we got a grenade that Magic Squad got against Liberty. It's the only two final teams on the match. It's Liberty against Magic Squad. Now we see Pato. Pato is trying to move. He's really half 50-50 of his life. Now we see tThe trying to move. Headshot! Boppy's got the kill against Pato. He's only one player from Liberty against 3 players of Magic Squad. Boppy's 6 kills. Booyah! Magic Squad! Amazing!
Yes, and once again, Magic Squad doing very well today. Look at how good that Booyah was. We saw Bobbies getting an amazing amount of eliminations in this match. And Magic Squad, that was having a very regular day, still is very good, and they are competing to be the best team of the day. They are competing for the top of the standings, and I want to see how this looks, because Vivo Cage didn't have a great match, but Magic Squad sure did. So I want to see how that will reflect in the standings. And look at that, Magic Squad with 22 points in one single match, and Bobs with 6 kills alone.
Exactly, so they are on fire today. They are improving themselves in each match, and we see the confrontation from Vivo Cage. They were very good as well, but they didn't have a very, very good match in this fourth match, because they had a lot of timing against Metagaming that was really good on this confrontation. We see two support players, that is Kawe and Nando9, which obviously both of them are good in a confrontation. And then Pekizin was the last player from Liberty to be up, but obviously Bobs wouldn't let him escape.
Yes, and look at that, Nitrox, and I didn't quite catch the last team, but Nitrox having a very bad day today. They only went well in one match. Let's see if in the rest of the day they do well. But for now, I want to check the standings.
So let's check the standings right now, Isa.
And look at that, Magic Squad coming closer to Vivo Cage, that is still the leader by a good amount of points. They still have 21 points of difference towards Magic Squad, so we are going to see a dispute more directly between Corinthians Magic Squad and Metagaming that is coming up in the standings. And look at that, Netshoes Miners went up, but still they are in the last position for this confrontation. Team Liquid is tied with Liberty. Liberty and Team Liquid were able to be tied, but the bottom 4 of the standings stays the same.
Exactly. So now we see, as you said, Team Liquid going down again, and Netshoes Miners is still on the same position. They are not going up and down. They are really having a hard time. And now, all of you that are not following us, follow us on the social medias. It is FF Sports BR in all our social medias. So let's go there and follow us, okay? And what do you think that is happening with Netshoes Miners?
Well, I think Netshoes Miners is a team that needed some change and they didn't get it. So if they didn't get any change in their squad, they need to change the value of their players. So they need to change their strategies or do something different, because last split they didn't win so well. Still, they are in the A series, but they didn't win so well. And if they want to keep up with the A series level, they will have to change their game. Otherwise, they are going to that relegation zone again.
Exactly, that is and we are going in a very shortly break.
Quick break.
So stay tuned. So we are back. We said it was just a quick pause and we are back. So now we are going to see the FF squad. So access it. So how are you being on the FF squad? Are you okay?
Okay, I'm going to tell a very sad story because in my first week I started off good, but like I put a selection of players and they didn't play so well on the first day, but in the second day they like killed it, and I think I really did jinx them because when I put them in my FF squad they went kind of in that middle term, right?
Yeah.
But in the second day they were so good and I had put another squad. But today Bueno is in my FF squad and he is playing so well. Zenaki and Vitin that are doing well as well. But I put R7 in my FF squad and he's not playing at all today, so I'm kind of sad about that. Cruzeiro, please put R7 to play because he's in my FF squad. I would appreciate it a lot.
Me too. I would appreciate it a lot because he is on my FF squad as well, and he's not playing, so I'm not getting any points. Please, I don't
But
want.
Cruzeiro is doing very well on the other hand.
That's true, and Bosnia is on my FF squad, has a coach. So let's see.
Man, I think my coach in my FF squad is Altman for Meta. So I am so happy because Meta is doing so well, and I'm going to get home and have some money in my FF squad because last night I was with zero money. So
Me too. I was very sad about it. So please put the player to play R7 because we need to get more and more points.
Yes,
okay?
please.
And soon we're going to have back Kalahari, which was a map that we had more confrontations.
Yes, Kalahari was a faster map, maybe because it is a little bit shorter, maybe because the teams are more aggressive when it comes to a map that supports have a very strong role, so if they trust their supports, they try to engage in confrontations, but also because as Kalahari is a new map, we have a lot of teams that don't know so well the rotations of other teams in that map. So they usually try to make rotations that maybe some other team is also thinking about, and they end up encountering each other in the middle of the map and getting into that inevitable confrontation. But my expectations for Kalahari is a double booyah. I'm going to bet that we are going to have a double booyah today.
Will we? I really want to have double booyahs because we have seen in the LBFF B that
Yes.
we had like 3 booyahs, the
Triple
players,
booyahs.
yes, triple booyahs. The teams there are very aggressive, but we know that here in LBFFA is a very different way. The players are very careful, also because of the fact that if you go to the final, you go to the world champions. So it's very important that you really improve yourself and that your team is 100%. So soon we're going to have almost the final match. So stay tuned about it because we're going to have the 5th match, and I'm very excited about it. I hope Cruzeiro goes well in this match.
I want Corinthians to do well as well because they have been having a good day, but not a great one. And I need Zenaki and Vitin to have a great day because of my FF squad.
Oh, yes. FF Squad is a very important. So if you're not playing FF Squad, go there right now. It's a very fun way. And now we have our almost last match. We have your 5th match in the Scream Kalahari. A very hot match. And now we're seeing that the pilot was very kind. Very, very kind.
Yes, what a good airplane route, very centralized, and it is going to go well for everyone. All teams in their standard drop calls, and once again we have the blue zone for Corinthians in the command post. I think the pilot is a big Corinthians fan. Corinthians that is a very strong Brazilian soccer team, and the pilot seems to be a Corinthians fan because he is always favoring the blue zone towards Corinthians. But look now, we have all teams very spread out on the map, and most teams make also a spread out loot. The players usually spread out and divide themselves to make the loot the more complete they can, and they later on start encountering themselves throughout the drop call.
Exactly. And now we see that we have substitution. Field got in, that choose miners, and Broilo got out. So we are going to probably see some changes. That's what I hope, at least, because Netshoes Miners is not doing very well in this day. So they have to improve themselves very fast if they want to keep being here in LBFF A. And now we see Hiki, he's searching for more resources. He has 220 of life, so he's using a very good build right now. So he's using a very good combo of players in the Free Fire. And we see Phoenix also searching for more resources. He only has 2 med kits, so he needs to be smart of it. And he is very, very, very far away from his team. He's lucky that no one he is in the same area. Netshoes Miners is only in the right part of the map, so he's very lucky about it.
Yes, and Team Liquid, that is a team that we need to see a better performance of. And I am getting tired of saying that because we always expect more of Team Liquid because it is such a strong team. It has MTS, one of the best, if not the best grenade player from all of the LBFF. We have Butchion, that is one of the best rush players in the LBFF. Phoenix, that is a great captain. We know him to be very experienced. And we also have a great coach. We have a great team in all matters, but they are not being able to fit in the game for this season yet, but we are always hoping to see them bettering that. And maybe we will see, now that I'm seeing Corinthians in the screen, maybe we are going to see Zenaki with a Barrett with a sniper machine gun, because they are in the blue zone, and we know that there are a lot of snipers in the blue zone. So let's see how well does this go for Corinthians, because if they get a sniper, we know that in Kalahari especially, it is such a good weapon.
Exactly. So they have more chances to get more resources right now. So we have 3 minutes and 46 seconds of the 5th match. It's the almost final one, so the team that are not doing so well today need to go to do a fast improvement. So but I don't think that in only 2 matches the teams that are not very well today could go up in standards. Let's see if that's possible or not. And now we see Drax, which he's still playing for Magic Squad right now. He was not substitute. And we see Godkill using a card that is a very strong weapon, and it's a weapon that is used to get off the ice the ice wall. So now we see Renan. Oh no, look at Cauê again, but now in the fifth match, playing all he can against B4. Renan is on the floor. I don't think that he can be saved right now. And Cauê is trying to get him on his pocket right now. Look, he's trying. B4 players are trying to save Renan, but I don't think that's going to be very possible. But I might be wrong, because I think that he's already saved.
Yes, they tried to save Renan, and that was a good call for before because they were able to get him back on the game. But Meta, unfortunately, didn't get the kill. They are already setting up their camp in that platform over Refinery. We see Vivo Cage making their rotation with their cars, which is something that we are seeing to be very common here in the A series. And let's see where they are headed, because if they are using the cars to go somewhere at this point in the match, it's probably because they saw a predict of the safe zone. They are going very towards the ends of the Mammoth area, and we will be seeing where they're going, because this is starting to look like a race of cars. I'm not sure. I'm not sure where they're going at this point, but let's check up.
Exactly. Oh, they're going to stay in the Mammoth area. They're trying to get more resources and probably stay on the high ground. So they probably have information. They probably use the radio to get more information of where the safe zone is going to close. So now we see Nando9. He's not using the weapons that he usually uses. He is with a AC-80 on his hand, and we see Corinthians in a very interesting position as well, using the high ground, which is a very good resource here in the Kalahari area.
Yes, and look at Mengode's position. He is already up the tower in the command post. That is a very good position, although it is very marked at this point in the championship. But look at that. Liberty and Nitrox are engaging in a fight. They encountered each other, and we will see who is going to gain that fight.
Exactly, because Paxing doesn't want the drone to get into this confrontation. Now we see Paxing trying to get a pixel from Salis, and Pato is going to go against the Nitrox. He's trying to do a advance, and now we see Drizzy trying to get more and more grenades against Romeo, but Romeo is very smart right now. He already used his Chronos, and we see Prozinho also moving himself, and needs to be very smart because Drizzy have 6 grenades, and he is probably going to use all of them to drop one player of Nitrox. Now we see Romeo, he's a little bit halved. He's doing his recovery, and look at Drizzy again, trying to get down Romeo, but didn't go quite well. And now we see Romeo trying to move himself and going against Paxing. Look at it. Paxing is very halved. He needs to be very smart to do a recovery. Pato going in against Romeo. Now we see the Charger Buster being used by Liberty player. Now we see grenades. He needs to be smart. He needs to move himself very smartly away. Salis trying to get more and more bullets against tThe, but tThe is going to get down. Salis, he's hunting him and doesn't want to get any opportunity for Salis to do a recover. But Salis is already 100%, and we see Prozinho doing some grenades against Liberty, and they're just waiting for each other. And look at Drizzy! What a great movie with his Charge Buster! He's using it very well again! And Cruzeiro is coming down to participate of this confrontation. Drizzy now is trying to save tThe, already recovered tThe, and now Pato is trying to get his bullets against Cruzeiro, and Cruzeiro is very smart. Giga got Drizzy down. Drizzy is on the floor. He needs to be recovered on the match. Now we see Trappy doing a rain of grenades. Who is going to get better? João is on the floor. A lot of headshots. Rush is on the floor as well. Menor 10 get there to save his player, and tThe is trying to get away because he's probably going to be hunted down.
Yes, and what an intelligent move by Cruzeiro. Cruzeiro with a very good read of the game because they predicted this confrontation, or they saw it and they chose to come after it, and they were able to pick up a few kills. Maybe they will pick up a third kill with tThe, but Nitrox is successfully got out of that confrontation and will probably likely save their other teammates if they are lucky enough to have a couple of coins. But look at tThe. Sorry tThe, he still knocked one down, but Cruzeiro with 3 kills, a good start for this 5th map of the game. And Cruzeiro, what a day.
What a day, exactly. They are on fire. It's a team that is started the first weekend of LBFF not with his right foot. They started very badly. They didn't have any lucky, but now they're going up. They're improving themselves. They're proving to all the teams that they are here and they are wanting to win as well. And obviously all the teams want to win. All the teams want to go to the World Championship, and they are playing with all they got to go to the championship because it's a very, very, very important event that is going to happen. And now we see Rush. He's just watching and seeing if there is any player from other team in this position, but there isn't, and they're going to do a very safe rotation right now.
Yes, and you know what interests me the most about Cruzeiro's game is that they are, as much as they are aggressive, they are intelligent. So they always think about what the best rotation is, what the best position is. Like in this match, they already get 3 kills. They could want to try and to make an aggressive game towards other teams and get a lot of kills, but they are choosing to be chill for right now and to pick up the end game.
And look at Mandela, craving a lot of bullets here in the Team Liquid players. Pedro RS is suffering right now. He needs to be very smart. Moreira to have an SKS on his hand in his possession, so he's probably going to use it very well. And Kill It trying to do a perfect grenade. MTS is on the floor. What a perfect grenade. Kill It again. He's not going to stop with the grenades. He's trying to do a perfect match right now. What a perfect play. Squad wipe. Team Liquid back on the lobby.
And what another bad match for Team Liquid. And we have Tropa making a great squad wipe. I am happy because Mandela is in my FF squad. So Tropa making a good squad wipe. And we see that Tropa is a good team, but they need to fit in their game a little better because sometimes they suffer to win confrontations face to face, or they suffer during their rotations. But look at Cruzeiro now struggling with natural miners.
Exactly, Menor 10. He is on the floor trying to use his resources, but now he got knocked down. Sal is very smart. AC-80 on his hand, a very powerful weapon. Natividade is trying to use all his med kit to get 100%. Now Field is trying to help his teammates, and they are going away. They doesn't want to do this confrontation. Oh no, they do want to do this confrontation because look, Natividade. He's doing a grenade. He's trying to get Cruzeiro team, but No, Cruzeiro team is trying to get away, but they are not going to be able to do it because Netshoes Miners is really aggressive in right now. They want to get more and more kills, and they really do need it. And now we see before against Los Grandes, it's 2 powerful teams, and we have seen Chinese today doing very, very good matches. He got a lot of kills, and we see Lobato also moving themselves. Iago is trying to get a better position to go against Los Grandes. Look at Gus. Gus has a very powerful weapon in his hand. Renan got very hot. He need to recover 100%. He's using his Chronos. Nando 9 in the other side got down a player from Tropa. In Lobato got down Fonzin. Fonzin is put on the pocket of Lobato. Lobato is very, very, very smart player. And now we see Chinese and all the team of before going to the safe zone.
Yes, and Shinase just fell in right in the middle of the safe zone. That was crazy of him, and we will see if he's going. Oh no, there's no way he would fall in that position and not be aimed by every single one of the other teams. But look at that, we have a lot of confrontations right now.
Oh no, General just got down. Kill it, and Iago is got. Oh, Drax! What he did! Try to get the kills, but got killed. Corinthians now is aggressive, is going against Los Grandes. There is a lot of teams in this position. It's going to be a very, very, very confrontation spot. Now we have Vitinho. Vitinho XP has a very good weapon, but he's on the floor. Iago got down. Oh no, Iago just knocked himself down. And now we see Hazuri.
Yeah.
Putting Iago on his pocket. Vitinho XP has 3 kills, and Corinthians in a total has 6 kills. So they are very, very good in this almost last match of the day. Now we see before with only one player in the house of the front, they have to be very smart because Corinthians is not gonna let them pass. So Lobato is trying to stay there very quietly, and now we see VK doing an advance and trying to get in the safe spot, but Modestia just got down. Mengod, no! Prozing very smart, got down the players of VK one by one. Corinthians is putting everyone on his pocket. They are very smart players, and now Lobato is also spotted by Corinthians. Isn't probably go back to the lobby. Exactly. Before back to the lobby in a 7th place, which is not a very good spot to be back to the lobby, but also not a very bad one. So now we see Los Grandes in the confrontation area, we see Cruzeiro, and we see Corinthians Metagaming. They're also, all of the teams are trying to do a rotation. General just got killed. I think the gas just knocked him out. And we see Rafa X killing all of the players of Nitrox. Nitrox is really not having a very good day. Hush on the other side got down. Look at Hiki doing an advance. Now we see Eric doing a lot of rains of grenades. Now Eric is very smart, but an ice wall, trying to go back, trying to recover himself because he's very heft. Now we see Vitinho. Oh! Gus just knocked down Vitinho XP. Vitinho XP is on the floor. Now back on the match. Cauê on the other side got down Trepe, which is a very powerful player from Cruzeiro. Now we see Zenaki trying to do an advance. All of them using his ice wall to go back into aggressive against Corinthians. Now we see MVR. MVR getting a lot of bullets from Mengod. Mengod really want to get all the kills he can, but Mengod got on the floor. Zenak 2, only Vitinho XP and Azuri. Azuri needs to move, needs to use all the ice he has for protection. Vitinho XP is on the floor. Look at Cruzeiro! Great move! Menor 10 is very hot. He needs to be smart. Eric got down Menor 10. Eric is a very aggressive player. I'm really liking the way he's playing in this day. And look at Cauê and Eric! Only 2 teams on the match. Hazuri still there, trying to get alive, trying to do everything he can for Corinthians. Now Metagaming is going all the way against Corinthians. Booyah! Metagaming! What a great match, Isa!
Yes, and 10 eliminations alongside with the Booyah for Metagaming, and most of those eliminations in the hands of Cauê and Eric, and they are being such an incredible duo for Metagaming, doing very well. And look, the double Booyahs that I talked about. Congratulations, Metagaming, double Booyah twice in the map of Kalahari, and I really thought Corinthians was going to take this second Booyah, but Corinthians, that is also one of the best teams of Kalahari,
Yes.
was in the second place also with a lot of eliminations. I'm not sure how many, but we saw Metagaming for the second time today getting the Booyah, and look, 22 points. That's a lot of punctuation.
That's a lot of punctuation. We see Trepe with 5 kills. He was a very aggressive player. Also, we see Corinthians in the second place with 19 points, Cruzeiro in the third place with 14 points, Nitrox 9 points, we see Los Grandes with 8 points, and then Vivo Cage, which they didn't have a very good match here in Kalahari, they got only 7 points.
Yes, Vivo Cage that is having a regular day, but we are seeing teams that are doing splendidly well, like Cruzeiro, Metagaming, and also Magic Squad didn't do so well in this match as well, but Magic Squad is also having a good day. But I'm thinking that Metagaming is coming strongly for the last match, and if they do well, they will be the best team of the day. Metagaming doing an amazing job today with a completely new team, a completely reformulated team, which is so much more incredible. And we have the Booyahs of the day. First off goes to Cruzeiro in Purgatory, second to Metagaming, third to Vivo Cage, fourth to Magic Squad, and the fifth, the current Booyah, was again for Metagaming.
Exactly, so now let's see the standings if anything changed or not.
Yes.
Yes, we had some changes, yes.
Look how many points Metagaming did today, because they weren't so good in the chart. They were more in that intermediary part of the standings, and now they are in the top 3. Okay, Fluxo isn't playing, God isn't playing, BD Vasco isn't playing, but they are with a good punctuation of difference, and if they do well in the last match, especially Corinthians, Vivo Cage, and Metagaming, if they have a good result, a good outcome in the last match, we are going to see them with a very nice difference from the players in the Group B.
Exactly. We have been seeing a very different position from a lot of teams today, because in the first weekend these teams wasn't playing so well. We can say that Cruzeiro, they didn't start very well, but now they are improving themselves as they are going up. Also Metagaming didn't start very well, but they are in the third place right now. So this is LBFF. Everything is possible. Everything changed so happily. So now we need to see if it's going to change something in the other side of the standings. That is for Netshoes Miners, Tropa, Liberty, Team Liquid that are having a very hard day.
Yes, Team Liquid once again not doing so well, but we still have one last match of the day, so let's see how it goes.
Yes, exactly. So we are going to say our expectations for the last match, and I really hope the pilot answer my calls. I really do. I really do.
Well, I am hoping that in this last match, Vivo Cage does very well, Metagaming, and also Magic Squad, or maybe Corinthians, because I want them to make a very good difference in the top of the standings, so that the Group B really does have to make a good game, really does have a competitive edge to get towards to achieve the leadership. It is always so much more fun when you have to achieve the leadership, and it is hard, so I would like to see it happening. I would like to see those teams doing well, but I would just like to highlight as well that we have still the same bottom 4 teams that we had in the beginning of the day. We are coming to the last match, and the worst teams are still Liberty, Tropa, Netshoes Miners, and Team Liquid. Yes, it slipped away. And Team Liquid, these are the bottom 4 teams, and we are going to need more results from them if they have any hopes of getting out of the bottom 4, because after we end up this week, we are going to need to see these teams start to getting out of the relegation zone, because it is a lot of points to get to.
Exactly, and if they don't want to go to the side B of the championship, if they don't want to go to the LBFF B, they need to improve themselves. They need to keep up the good work and study new tactics, study new ways to play, as Isa said. And soon we're going to have our last match of the days. So tell us what are your expectations. Let us know, please. And soon we are going to see if we're going to have any changes in these teams that are not going well, that are not having a good day. And I really do hope so, but I really want a triple booyah, so I don't know.
Yes, but I am hoping mostly for the MVP because we saw a lot of players killing a lot today, making a lot of eliminations. We saw Bop is making a lot of eliminations, Kawe,
Yes.
Eric making a lot of eliminations, and these were all players that were close to the MVP chart. So after the last match, after this match, we are going to have the MVP updated charts.
Yes! And now we have the last match, the wanted one. Let's see who is going to improve himself and who is going to keep the bad work.
And we will see which teams will rise in Bermuda. Welcome to the last map of the day. We have Corinthians going to Sentosa as usual. And I remember you, in the last Bermuda we had a very aggressive match. Let's see if again in this match we are going to have the players using that aggressiveness and really trying to get the eliminations, because we have Cruzeiro in Pique as they usually go, Liberty going to Cape Town, Nitrox alone in the region of Factory, Poshnok and Mars Electric, Netshoes Miners in Rimnam Village, and Metagaming looting alone in Hangar. But we are seeing that Vivo Cage got the blue zone in Katu. I'm going to say Katu. I don't know how to say that city's name, but they have the blue zone and they also have Bimazaki to make their loot so much more complete. And look at that. Got killed. The support of the Magic Squad team was removed and traded for Guasha.
Yes, it's a very interesting move because Magic Squad is having a good day. So what's good, you shouldn't move. That's my opinion, of course. I think if a team is already doing well, you shouldn't move it. And now we see B4 in the clock tower area, which is always their call. And we also have substitutions here, Lapa getting in and Iago getting out, which is also a interesting change because Iago is a very good player. He's also support, and let's see who is going to be making the support of who is going to be the support of the team. Now we see Lobato searching for more resources, searching for the ideal gun. And yes, that's it. And still the players are moving themselves, are still looking for more resources. And now we see Vivo Cage in the blue area, which is a very good one. And Nando 9 already have two of the most powerful weapons of the game.
Yes, Nando 9 is very well weaponed and he has a lot of skill with the snipers. So let's see what he will do with those snipers, because I am predicting a lot of kills in the hands of Nando 9. And we are getting to 3 minutes in the match. We are seeing the team starting to make their rotations. Before is still peacefully in clock tower. We have Liberty in their call. I'm betting that they didn't even end up their loot because they got there so late, and Cape Town is such a hard place to make their loot. And we know that it isn't the best one as well. So Liberty making their full loot right now. And we are coming close to the first safe zone. Let's see how the teams will position, because this is, after all, the last match.
Exactly. So it's very important to do all that they can to rise up in the standards, and if they are already doing well, to rise to get more and more points, so the other teams that are going to play tomorrow and on Monday doesn't get past them. And now we see Tropa in Shipyard looking for more resources. They are still all good for them, and also Metagaming here in the Hangar area, searching for more resources, getting everything that they can, and they have a lot of ices, which is good for them to do the protection for the team. And Los Grandes right now rotating.
Yes, Los Grandes using the launcher to get to close to Bima, and we know that that was Vivo Cage's area. That is Vivo Cage's area. So let's see if they are going to run into any squads during this rotation. Los Grandes that is doing not very well, but not very bad today. We see Los Grandes is having a team that is very strong at this point, but B4 is making their rotation right next to them. So I'm sensing a possible confrontation because look, Magic Squad is also close.
Yes, Magic Squad is also close, and now we see that B4 is still advancing against the players that are there. But I don't think that is going to be a confrontation. I don't know, because Los Grandes seem to be going against before, but now they are still a little bit away. We see one player that it's MVR. He's just waiting to the right moment to advance. He's trying to get a pixel against one of the players from before, and before is doing the strategic way of two players in one side, and then Lobato watching the back side, and then Renan the front side. So it's a very interesting tactic. Let's see if it's going to be right for them. And then we see Vivo Cage in Bima's act area, which is very curious. And look at Magic Squad getting against Los Grandes, that Los Grandes is watching before, but I think that they need to be very careful, otherwise they're going back to the lobby.
Yes, and look at Bueno with his Famas X. That is such a weapon that is strong right now. It is so strong, and it is in the highest of meta. We are seeing Famas X taking a lot of damage to the chest of the adversaries. So it is such a strong weapon to be used at this point, and we are seeing a lot of it in here in the A series of the LBFF. We are seeing also that Magic Squad is a little bit trapped in that area of the map because Los Grandes is highly aiming at them. And if they don't get out of that area and the safe zone doesn't close towards it, they will have a problem.
Yes, and also Netshoes Miners are having a problem right now. Pelzada is very halved. We see Eric with his AC-80 going against Netshoes Miners. Pelzada still very halved, tries to do his chronos, but gets halved all the way that he tried his move. Field is on the floor right now. Eric is really going against them. Field already back to the lobby. Pão is a really aggressive player, got another kill from Netshoes Miners right now. I mean, another player on the floor, but almost a kill. And now Netshoes Miners is trying to recover themselves. As Rafa is moving himself, trying to get a little bit back from Netshoes Miners in this moment. Now he probably has listened the grenade and is moving in away. Of course, is a very smart move because no one wants to be where the grenade is. Oh, headshot against Juandro is back in the lobby. Look at Eric on fire in this last match. It's still, Metagaming have a very interesting position. They have the high ground so they can see everything and everyone that tries to pass this. Kawe, headshot against Silas. He needs to be more and more smart. Nitrox probably right now is regretting that they advanced against Metagaming.
Yes, Metagaming with an incredible position up the tower of Hangar, and they are on fire today. Metagaming is having such a good performance. We see Eric and Kawe making a lot of eliminations, and they are coming so strongly to this week. And I'm thinking that this is a sign that their game is really adapting well and that they are evolving as a squad. And if that is so, if that happens and they keep up with this evolution, we are going to see Metagaming competing for the title in the finals.
Exactly. Now we see Rafa X. He has an M1014 in his hand. He's just waiting for the advantage of the Netshoes Miners, but they're not going against Rafa X in this moment. it seems like they're waiting. They're just, processing all the positions. And look, Alpha X headshot against one of the Nitrox players, Romeo, trying to move himself. Cauê again, Cauê. How much he's playing isn't even describable. He is just on fire today.
Yes, and Cauê in a very good flank. That's a lot of game notion. That's a lot of game smartness. And he was able to take down 2 players with that. And look at that. Rafa, she's coming strongly for Netshoes Miners.
Rafa, she's coming strongly, but the danger more strongly than Rafa, she's right now. Rafa, she is on the floor, and look at Cauê and Eric. What a good duo. They are just playing all that they can. Meta Gaming is one of the more aggressive team in this group today. Now we see they are doing the recovery. Half-X is back on the match. He's probably going to use his med kit all the way, and they are going to rotate and do back to Ungard and probably into the safe zone. Now we see Cauê all going, still searching for more resources. And now we have 10 minutes and 38 seconds of the match. 11 players, 11 teams with us, and then 44 players. So it's still, there is a lot of players, of course, because of the revival system. And now we see Romeo back in the match.
Yes, we do. And look at that. Nitrox still in peak. They are with all of their squad revived. Use the revival resource until they saved all of their squad. That is so good, and that is so nice to see how much the revival resource is making a difference in the LBFF. We still have 11 teams, 44 players alive, and that is largely due to the fact that the players that were eliminated were also saved. So let's see how the teams do. I am eager to see how Meta does in this match because they are just doing so well. They have an aggressiveness that works so well, and Meta and Cauê and Eric are working too well together. They really need to work on that duo of rush, that duo of gameplay, because they together are giving work for anybody who tries to stop them.
That's very true, but look who is going to make a lot of trouble for Liberty right now. tThe got really huffed. He needs to be very smart. He already used his ice wall. Now he's trying to get in a safe position, and Pão from Meta is already craving a lot of his bullets against Liberty. Liberty is always having some problems when they try to rotate, and that's what's happening right now. Look at Pão, all the way. Pato is on the floor right now. Probably Liberty is going to try to get the player back on the match, and will do it. But Pão is very aggressive. He's just watching. He has an AC-80 on his hand, and it's a very, very, very good weapon. And now Cauê calling his drop to get probably a new weapon. And now we see Half-X still craving, still looking for a pixel against Liberty, but I think that's going to take some time. They're just going to be there looking at each other and observing and waiting for the right moment to go against each other.
Yes, but look at that. Team Liquid that isn't doing so well today, trying to get up front with Vivo Cage in the border of the safe zone.
Exactly, and now we see General using the Fama X and using it very well because he craved a lot of bullets against the players of Team Liquid, but he also received it. And on the other side, we see Magic Squad playing all the way that they can. Bob's got one player on the floor, and now we see MTS and that got now moving, trying to get a better spot, a better look at the players from Team Liquid. Phoenix, he's very hot. He needs to be very carefully right now. That God goes all the way up. He's going to rush against the players from Team Liquid. He's not able to wait. He wants to get more and more kills. Oh, Phoenix is on the floor. But but just got an ice to protect his teammate, but he couldn't. Now we see VTNX dropping a player from Nitrox. Again, Nitrox having a hard time, and now that got against MTS. MTS back on the lobby. Now we see 1 kill for Vivo Cage, and now we see a lot of teams in the Bimazak area.
Yes, and look at that. That all teams are concentrated in this area of the map, even though the rest of the map is largely on the safe zone.
And Corinthians and Cruzeiro has this advantage against the players that are on the backside, but Rush just got into Mangod. Mangod is back in the lobby, and now Corinthians has only 3 players against auto players from Cruzeiro. Trap is on the floor as well. Hazuri, he's not playing. He went all the way up. He has a Max 7 on his hand, and he's using it very well. Lobato up on his hand, trying to get all the players on the floor, but he got dropped down. Phoenix tried to get the finalization, but he couldn't. Pedro RS goes and saves all his players, and they got in the really hard position because they have Vivo Cage, Cruzeiro, and B4 in the Bimazect area.
Yes, very hard spot for them, but look, I think Vivo Cage is going to have a rough ending right now.
Pedro RS goes all the way down. He's trying to get Nando 9 on the floor. Nando 9, very smart. Pedro RS is on the floor. Nando 9 back on the lobby. Phoenix got a better position, and now Vivo Cage is back on the lobby. Now we see Giga got the kill against Brazil. Cruzeiro only has two players, so it's going to be a little bit hard. And now we see Phoenix very halved. Drax is on the floor. Los Grandes has a really good position. Now we see Bueno trying to recover his player. Phoenix got down by the gas, so he needed to rotate more faster, but he couldn't. And now we see Magic Squad, only 6 teams in the match, in the last match, so it's very important that these teams do everything that they can. MVR and Cebolinha in the down area, and then we see in the higher area Fonzin doing the support of the team. Now we see MVR just waiting. They know they have information of Magic Squad, but they are just waiting to the right moment for advantage against the team.
And look who's in the best position of the safe zone. It's Meta again in the best position they could be. And we see Los Grandes also in a good position, although they are a little trapped. And look at that, Los Grandes is already going to lose a couple of players to Magic Squad. That is also doing well in this day, but in this match, it is the end for Magic Squad.
Drax tried to get all the kills that he could, but he had only 5 of the life, so he went back to the lobby, but was a really good play. And now we see Metagaming has Isa said they have the best position, and they're going all the way up against Los Grandes and Liberty right now. Drizzy, he's on the floor. I don't know what he's doing, but didn't work. Really didn't work. And now Eric against Drizzy. No! So fast! Booyah! Metagaming again, Isa!
Triple booyah for Metagaming, and they are apparently owning the game. Metagaming bought the game, and they are playing alone because they have had 3 booyahs today, 2 on the map of Kalahari and the last one in the map of Bermuda. And we have had Meta making an amazing amount of eliminations, an amazing amount of points, and we of course have had, as highlights of the team, we had Eric and Kawe.
They really went all the way. I have no words to say it. Let's see the highlights, and let's see Giga. Giga got 5 kills. He was the best player in this last match. Now we see Metagaming with 23 points. We see Cruzeiro with 14. We see Magic Squad with 12 points, and we see Los Grandes with 11 points. Team Liquid with 9 and Liberty with 8. Even though Liberty was the second team to go back to the lobby, they are not aggressiving. They are only trying to rotate more safely, and I don't know what is happening with Liberty.
Yes, unfortunately, Liberty has had a bad day today as well. But on the other hand, we see V4 with 7 points, Corinthians with 5, Nitrox with 4. 10th place goes to Vivo Cage. I think that this is the first bad match they had today.
Yes.
3 points only, Tropa and Netshoes Miners with 0 points, which is going to be bad for them. But look at how pretty our sequence of Buyas is today.
Yes, we said probably triple Booyah. Actually, Isa said it. But Isa said it, but it's a really good day. I'm very happy that we had triple Booyah because it's very in my opinion, it's very good to always watch the teams improving themselves all the way. So I'm very happy about it. And so let's see the standards and let's see if anything changed. But I think probably yes. Yeah.
Look at Meta Gaming. Their gameplay today was just so good, and they just snatched up the 2nd place.
Yes, the 2nd place to them, 87 kills. So they are in the same number of kills as Vivo Cage, which is very good for them. But and they are only 5 points of difference from Vivo Cage. So yes, it's very interesting. And then we see Corinthians with 184 points, 79 kills only. We see it's a lot. It's a lot. And then we see Magic Squad with 182. We see before with 61. I mean, we see Cruzeiro with 161 too. Also, I mean, and then Nitrox in the 8th place with 142. Los Grandes with 138. And then Tropa, Liberty, Team Liquid, and Netshoes Miners, the ones that really need to improve.
Yes, again. But what I'm liking to see is that we have the middle of the tables of the charts very stabilized. For anyone who's kind of like down the 6th spot and up the 10th, we have a very similar punctuation, which means it is going to be very competitive to decide those final spots that are going to define the top of the charts. So let's see.
Yes, so LBFF is really on fire, and I'm very excited to see how the teams are working here. And let's see we have the MVP.
Oh my God. Look at Eric. He has 28 kills, and look at Hazuri as well. My God, Hazuri in the 2nd position with 29 kills.
Exactly, and then we have Bobs with 28 kills. They are getting more and more up. I like the way that Corinthians is playing as well. They are trying to aggressive more. So now we have the best teams of the day. The highlights of the teams right now. We have the one that most had points, the most puncher one is Metagamer with 98. Then we have Cruzeiro with 74, Corinthians with 67. Then the most killed ones we have seen already. And the best team of the day is Metagaming. It's not new.
Look at that, 47 points just in Kalahari.
Just in Kalahari, which is the best team, the best map that the team has.
Yes, Metagaming made a historical day today. We have had up to 29 kills in the hands of only Kawe and Eric, and that was amazing to see. And I am looking so forward for tomorrow to see more of those teams.
Yes, me too, Isa. So let's see again our social medias. If you're not following us, follow us right now. Remember it. It's FF Esports BR. So don't lose the opportunity of following us because it's a very good opportunity. Okay,
yes.
And you will have all the news from Free Fire in our social medias. So stay tuned. And I want to thank the opportunity here. It's my first time as a narrator in English, so I'm very excited. Thank you for everyone that watched it, and thank you, Isa, for receiving me here. You're wonderful, and that's all. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, guys. I am so glad to have been here today, praising our Brazilian Free Fire once again with my friend Acelora, that is the best narrator that I know. So we are seeing her today here. So let's hope we will see her again tomorrow.
Yeah, so thank you, guys, and have a good day.
Yay!